And then our first game of the day, it was another one that came down to the wire. TCU, Ohio State. Again, it came down to the final possession.
Clock run down. We're at 13 on the shot clock. Edmonds flashes high. Harding works around him. Harding keeps. Harding for the right side. Left side punch now. 5 on the shot clock. Punch with the basketball. Entry to Edmonds. Edmonds 2 on the shot clock. Puts it up and scores. 4 seconds left. 66-64.
Brian Estridge for Learfield on the call there as TCU wins it late against Ohio State 66-64. Other final scores from earlier today. Louisville survives a comeback attempt from South Florida 83-79. Vanderbilt downs McNeese 78-68. Arkansas comfortable win over Hawaii 97-78. Michigan State blows out North Dakota State 92-67. That Texas A&M St. Mary's game just went final. Aggies win it 63-50. And then we've got 3 other games that are still yet to get underway. We've got Illinois and Penn over in the South region. That game having their start delayed by that North Carolina VCU game going to overtime. And then 2 games starting around the same time as us. A game scheduled for a 10 o'clock tip, Gonzaga and Kennesaw State in Portland in the West region. And then the last game of the day in the South region between Houston and Idaho. That game scheduled to tip off at the same time as us at 10:10. So that's your look at a busy day of NCAA tournament action. Again, we continue to approach tip-off between Georgia and St. Louis. We'll take a break, and then we'll get the pregame thoughts of head coach Mike White on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
No one likes paying for car insurance, but legally, you've got to have it. So you might as well work with a company you can feel good about. Georgia Farm Bureau Insurance invests your dollars right back into your community through grassroots programs that support your county, local farms, and our access to food grown in Georgia. Plus, their local agents are known for exceptional service and dependability. Call 877-404-1050 for a quick quote.
We are Farm Bureau.
At Piedmont, quality care changes lives. Meet Amarius, a former UGA football player and current NFL athlete who suffered a serious injury. Piedmont got him back in the game.
When I got injured, I was worried about my future in the game, but you and your team's expertise, care, and support reassured me from the start. I've been able to recover because of the quality care I received at Piedmont, and I'll always be grateful for your part in keeping my dreams alive.
Hear more at piedmont.org/qualitycare. Piedmont, real change lives here.
Back to Buffalo after this timeout. You're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Go Dogs, sick 'em! Whether they're on the road or the home court, my family and I get loud and proud whenever the Dogs are unleashed. In this basketball season, Scana Energy is part of all the action as a proud partner of the Georgia Bulldogs. So join my family and Scana in cheering on the Dogs to glory this season. Sign up with Scana today and get up to $100. Call 877-GO-SCANA or visit scanaenergy.com/go dogs for details. Limited time offer, terms and conditions apply.
You need all the energy you can get for game day. Luckily, at Georgia Power, we know a thing or two about saving energy. We understand that energy costs are an important part of your budget. That's why we're dedicated to providing tools and assistance that can help make a difference, so you can save your energy for the game. Visit georgiapower.com/myenergy to learn more.
We're getting closer to tip-off. Time now for a visit with the Dogs head coach, Mike White. With the coach, here's Scott Howard.
Back here with Coach Mike White, NCAA tournament here in Buffalo, Georgia, and St. Louis coming up. And Coach, you know, when you get the announcement on Sunday night that you're going to the tournament, what are the next 4 days like? Next 5 days maybe, until you get to play? I'm sure there's a lot of anticipation.
Yeah, absolutely. The first thing we did was printed out their analytics, and after we did the post-selection Sunday presser, we went right into the locker room, met with our guys, and tried to catch them up to speed as much as possible without even having our guys having seen them, but just telling them about their metrics. You know, how many threes they shoot, how much they rely on the three, how many assists the big fella gets per game, how many guys they play, things like that, so they could kind of wrap their mind around it. So we literally started it 10 minutes after our name was called on TV, before we even watched the rest of that show. And then we've been at it since. I mean, we've probably spent more time on this matchup than any matchup all year. Not probably, definitely. Definitely got our guys' attention. St. Louis does as well, and I expect vice versa. It's going to be a good college basketball game.
If you play college basketball, though, what is this experience like? I know you haven't played the game yet, but what is the build up to this and the travel and everything for your team specifically? What are you sensing that they're experiencing with this whole situation?
Excitement, a little anxiety, eagerness to tip it up. Sick of the staff telling them the same exact things about St. Louis over and over, and sick of competing against each other in practice. It was a little bit of a longer week in preparation, of course. So our guys are they're ready to compete, but you hope we hit that sweet spot. We were really ready to compete in the SEC tournament, got a little bit out of character offensively, took a step backwards, right? And now we got to get back in character to where it's a big moment. It's the bright lights. It's the NCAA tournament. It's what these kids have dreamed about their entire lives. But we've got to be who we are, and we can't have guys get out of character and say, I'm going to experiment, and maybe this is my time to be the guy, right? We've got to be on the same page and connected offensively, and then we got to defend the three defensively collectively.
When you got the job 4 years ago, coming off a 6-26 season, now here we are, back-to-back tournament appearances in the NCAA tournament.
Yeah.
Is this program on track to where you want it to be?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm really, really proud of what we've accomplished, not only in terms of wins and losses, but what we've created with the culture within this athletic department and our program, and the way our guys carry themselves, the way they represent themselves in the community, the grades that they make. I mean, we're breaking academic records, too. We've attracted high-level human beings and high-level players. It's been a fun ride, but it's also I see it as just the beginning. Like let's break through. Let's advance in this tournament. Let's keep getting here, and the more you get here, the more opportunities you have to advance. And people look at Georgia basketball differently for sure right now. Let's let them look at us completely differently in the next 3 or 4 days.
You've got a lot of experience as a head coach in the NCAA tournament. Georgia's an 8 seed this year, 9 seeds St. Louis. Is that a fair seeding? Is the matchup good in your estimation?
We were hoping for a 6 or a 7, but we also had opportunities to make that easier for the selection committee. So we're a no-excuse program. We preach ownership every day and owning mistakes and owning the things we need to accomplish to grow, right? And so here we are as an 8. St. Louis, did they deserve a 9? Absolutely, maybe higher. I don't know that it's just a good or a bad matchup for either team. We have some similarities for sure. But we also have a few differences. There'll be contrasting styles with their 5-out, with their 5-man ability to shoot the ball, them playing through him like he's a point guard. We can't gamble and press these guys into a bunch of turnovers like we have some other teams because they're so skilled and they shoot it from so many different spots. Both teams have some similarities in terms of skill level and ability to make the three and depth, scoring off the bench. So let's go, Scott.
Does the game change for Somto at all with their ability to play on the perimeter and shoot a lot of threes?
Yeah, I mean, so the Somto-Avila matchup, boy, it's a tough matchup for Somto. Boy, it's a tough matchup for Avila. But it's a good matchup, right? I mean, it's how you look at it offensively and defensively. He's going to be put in positions defensively that he hasn't been put in all year. And so we've got to play the matchup game when 25's at the 5, when Avila's at the 4, when Avila's at the 5. How do we incorporate our three-headed monster correctly? Do we adjust to them? Do they adjust to us? Justin Abson, Dylan James, Somto Surreal. At the same time, though, if you were to say, well, this is just a really tough defensive game for Somto and not play him as much, he has an ability to dominate the interior offensively and on the offensive glass and to finish at a high rate at the rim, which they struggle with. So it's going to be really interesting. 2 very different front courts, but 2 similar back courts.
All right, as you say, let's go. Let's get it on, right?
Go
Mike, thanks for your time. Good luck tonight.
Thanks, Scott.
All right, that's Coach Mike White. Georgia and St. Louis in the NCAA tournament are on the way. We'll give you the starting lineups right after this on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
There's team pride, and then there's extra bulldog pride. When I'm carrying the Georgia Bulldogs Regions Visa debit card or prepaid Regions Now card, that's exactly what I get. Whether I'm grabbing some extra Georgia gear or picking up an extra dozen wings for the game, this card always brings it. Sometimes I get an extra Go Dogs from the cashier too. Visit Regions.com/GoDogs to get yours.
Extra changes everything. And at Regions, Extra is our ordinary. Official bank of the SEC, member FDIC.
No one likes paying for car insurance, but legally, you've got to have it. So you might as well work with a company you can feel good about. Georgia Farm Bureau Insurance invests your dollars right back into your community through grassroots programs that support your county, local farms, and our access to food grown in Georgia. Plus, their local agents are known for exceptional service and dependability. Call 877-404-1050 for a quick quote.
We are a Farm Bureau.
Don't go anywhere. The Dogs are coming right back. You're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
You can't always predict what's next, but you can be ready for it in a BMW SUV. The performance-driven X1 comes built for every journey, while the X3's sporty design and innovative technology keep your drive connected. The X5 blends performance with a commanding presence, or make it even bigger with 3 rows of luxurious seating in the X7. For every road, there's an X built to drive it. BMW, the ultimate driving machine. Take advantage of exceptional lease offers today.
Hey Dog fans, UGA Basketball Jaden Newell here on behalf of East Georgia Cancer Coalition. Did you know vaping can cause nicotine dependence? Vapes are not just water. They contain harmful ingredients that can be bad for your heart and lungs. So when it comes to vaping, you've got to kick 'em to keep screaming sick 'em. For more information, visit eastgadawgs.org.
On the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network. Welcome to live play-by-play coverage of Dogs basketball. Georgia basketball is brought to you by Piedmont Healthcare, the official healthcare provider of the Georgia Bulldogs. Now to KeyBank Center in Buffalo, New York. Alongside Chuck Dowdle, here's the voice of the Bulldogs, Scott Howard.
All right, tip-off is within sight. How about that? 10:10 is our scheduled tip time now, so still, about 15, 16 minutes away. Let's give you the starting lineups. Fueled by Citgo Tri-Clean Gasoline. When you start with Citgo, you're good to go. For the Georgia Bulldogs, record of 22-10. Dogs 10-9 in SEC play, and that counts the loss in the SEC tournament. Mike White in his 4th season as the Dogs head coach, a record of 78-56 at Georgia. He's in his 15th year as a head coach overall, a record of 321 wins, 184 losses. The Dogs in the tournament for back-to-back years, lost to Gonzaga in Wichita last year. That was their first appearance in the NCAA field in 10 years, and now the Dogs go back-to-back and hope to get a win tonight here against the Billinkens of St. Louis. Starting 5 for Georgia this evening. It'll be Smurf Millender at the point, 5'11", 175-pound junior guard from Houston, Texas, 4th leading scorer on the roster, averaging 11.9 points per game. He's the top 3-point shooter at 39%, and he leads the team with 129 assists on the season. He's also 10th in the SEC in assist-to-turnover ratio, 129 assists, only 56 turnovers, and that obviously leads the Georgia squad. Blue Kane is at the other guard spot, a 6'5 junior from Knoxville, Tennessee, second leading scorer for the Bulldogs this season, 13.3 points a game. He's also the second leading rebounder, 5.1 a game, and second on the team in assists, 85 total, only 35 turnovers, and he's second in steals as well. So deuces wild for Blue Cane out of Knoxville, Tennessee. In the front court for the Dogs, it'll be Kareem Stagg, the freshman. Started the last 8 games, now 9, counting tonight. Freshman forward from Chesapeake, Virginia, 6'8", and 230 pounds. Averages right at 5 points a game, 2.3 rebounds per contest for the Bulldogs. Cannon Catchings is at another forward spot, a 6'9" sophomore. He's a transfer from BYU. He's had a fine season in his first year in Athens. He's from Brownsburg, Indiana. Third leading scorer on the team, averaging 12 points a game. Third leading rebounder for the Bulldogs at 4.8 per contest. And number 2 in three-point shooting percentage at 38%. He's got 68 threes on the year, at a season high and a career high of 32 points in the win over Alabama this season in Athens, and hit a career best 7 threes in that ball game. And rounding out the Bulldogs starting 5, Samto Surreal, 6'11", 260-pound sophomore center from Nigeria, 5th leading scorer on the team, 9.5 points per contest, and leads the squad in rebounding with 5.6 per game. And he leads the SEC in block shots with a total of 74. So it's Kane and Smurf Millender, Kareem Stagg, Cannon Catchings, and Samto Surreal. Now for the St. Louis Billikens, their starting 5. They were the champions in the regular season of the Atlantic 10 Conference, a record of 28-5. They matched their school record for most wins in a season. They went 15-3 in their conference, 1-1 in the A10 tournament. They lost to Dayton last Saturday, 70-69. They had 18 turnovers against the Flyers in that loss. The starting 5 for Josh Schertz, the head coach in his second season with the Billikens, a record of 47-20 in his time in St. Louis. He's in his 5th year as a Division I head coach, a record of 113-62. He spent 13 years in Division II as a head coach at Lincoln Memorial in Tennessee, so he's in his 18th year overall as a basketball head coach. 450 wins and 129 losses. His starting 5 tonight will be Quentin Jones, a 6'5" junior guard from Chicago, Illinois. He's a transfer from Northern Illinois, averaging 9 points, 3.9 rebounds per contest, second on the team in assists with 97, and he leads the team in block shots with 28. Trey Green is a 6-foot redshirt sophomore guard from Charlotte, North Carolina, a transfer from Xavier. Leads the Atlantic 10 in three-point percentage, almost 46% on his three-point shots. He's tied for second in scoring for the Billikens. Also tied for second in scoring, Deion Brown, 6'3" senior guard from Great Barrington, Massachusetts. He's a transfer from Boston College. Made the Atlantic 10 all-defensive team, averages 11.1 points per contest, and is the team's top rebounder at 5.5 per contest. Amari McCautry is a 6'6" sophomore guard from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. He averages 10.3 points and 5.2 rebounds per contest. Third on the team in assists, third in block shots, and second in steals. And then the all-star Robbie Avila, the Atlantic 10 Player of the Year, 6'10", 240. He's a senior center from Oak Forest, Illinois. The transfer from Indiana State leads the team in scoring, 12.9 points a game, fourth in rebounding at 4.5 per contest. He shoots 41% from 3. That's only 4th best on the team for these St. Louis Billikens, and he leads the team in assists with 134 total. Robbie Avila, Quentin Jones, Amari McCautry, Deion Brown, and Trey Green, the starting 5 for St. Louis. Let's pause 10 seconds. Station identification here on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network. Tip-off about 10 minutes away. Chuck Dowdle, the starting lineups are in. We just announced those. We've seen St. Louis and Georgia both going through their pregame warm-ups. St. Louis with 4 guards and Robbie Avila in the starting 5. Your thoughts on that and maybe the initial matchup with Georgia?
Well, what is interesting is watching them warm up because they take no shots inside the arc. They take all shots behind the line, and then the only time they take shots inside the arc is when they go to their layup line. So that tells you where they plan to do their damage from. They're going to be out there and firing away. We got to be ready for it.
In the Atlantic 10 this season, they won the regular season title, as we mentioned, but they were first in scoring, first in field goal percentage, first in three-point percentage, first in rebound margin, fourth in free throw percentage. Then they were 8th in block shots, 8th in steals, and they were 12th in turnover margin. So when it gets away from the offensive production, you can see how their numbers change a little bit.
They obviously do. And Scott, look, you and I looked over. There is, if you want to look at an area where Georgia has a distinct advantage, it was strength of schedule. We have played really high-level basketball against some very talented SEC basketball teams. I think we were trying to pick out what was probably their best win of the year, and I think we said it was San Francisco. Looking down their schedule of the teams that they beat in that 28-win collection. And you know, Georgia had wins over Arkansas and Kentucky. We had wins that Alabama, another one. So, you know, I'm not sure how that plays into this, except that I do think we face tougher competition, and I hope that pays a dividend here this evening.
They had an 18-game winning streak in the regular season. That's pretty impressive, regardless of who you play, but your point is well taken. They only played one power conference all season long, one power conference team, and that was Stanford in one of those late November tournaments, and they lost that game by 1, 78-77. No other of the Big Ten, Big 12, SEC, ACC teams, Big East, none of those. They didn't challenge any of those this season.
So, you know, let's hope that having the preparation that Georgia's had through the difficulty of our schedule playing in the SEC will, like I said, will help us here tonight. I think it will. I think anytime you've played tough competition, what is it Kirby likes to say? Metal on metal, ones on ones, whatever it is.
Iron sharpens iron.
Iron sharpens iron. And it seems like he seems to know. So,
well, let's see if the dogs are iron sharp tonight as we get ready to go here in the NCAA tournament. Georgia and St. Louis are on the way. We'll give you the keys to the game when we come back on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
100 grand is what you could win over and over again. You could win big every time. Go play Keno. You take 10 numbers, then Keno picks 20. The more you match, the more you win money. Win 1 time, 2 times, there's no limits. Up to 100 grand every 3.5 minutes.
You like winning over and over again? It could happen with Keno. Go play in the bar, at the store, or online.
Go play Keno.
Win up to $100,000 every 3.5 minutes. Play Keno from the Georgia Lottery. Play responsibly.
For comprehensive coverage of college basketball, tune to Sirius XM College Sports Radio Channel 84 in the car and on the Sirius XM app.
For the win! Got it! Let's go!
Sirius XM is the home of your favorite team and conference, including live games, plus interviews and analysis.
He's got it!
So cheer along with the Sirius XM app and listen to your favorite team anywhere. Get a free trial at SiriusXM.com/College Sports Radio 2025.
The dogs are heard right here. This is the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
We know no one's journey is the same. That's why Delta Sky Miles moves with you. From earning miles on reloads for coffee runs, shopping, and things you do every day, to connecting you to new experiences, the Sky Miles membership fits into your lifestyle, letting you do more of what makes you, you. It's more than travel. It's the membership that flies, dines, streams, rides, and arrives with you. Because when you have a membership that's as unique as you are, there's no telling where your journey will take you next. Learn more at delta.com/SkyMiles.
You can't always predict what's next, but you can be ready for it in a BMW SUV. The performance-driven X1 comes built for every journey, while the X3's sporty design and innovative technology keep your drive connected. The X5 blends performance with a commanding presence, or make it even bigger with 3 rows of luxurious seating in the X7. For every road, there's an X built to drive it. BMW, the ultimate driving machine. Take advantage of exceptional lease offers today.
Starting lineup's just about ready to be announced here inside the KeyBank Center as the lights go out here in Buffalo, New York. Let's bring you our keys to the game, driven by Ford F-150. Check out the Ford F-150, the official truck of the Georgia Bulldogs, at your local Ford dealer today. Here he is once again, the official Chuck of the Georgia Bulldogs, Chuck Dowdle, with our game-winning keys to the game.
Well, let's start with this, Scott. Now, this is going to be a high-scoring defensive battle. And I know that sounds contradictory, but it's true. Both of these teams are elite scoring teams, and I expect them to be that here on the floor tonight. But the team that plays the best defense will advance and get to play Michigan on Saturday. Secondly, the Dogs are going to have to be ready to play defense at the drop of a hat when they're on offense. I'm talking about a turnover, you better be headed down the floor on defense. You miss a shot, headed down the floor on defense. Make a shot, you better be headed down the floor on defense, because St. Louis is going to be coming. You can count on that. So that is absolutely going to be critical. Transition defense. And then finally, listen, the Billinkens have won 28 games this season. We've talked about that. But you know what? You look at their schedule, and then you look at this. They got off to a great start. They played great November, December, and January. They have struggled over the last 4 weeks. They, in fact, are playing .500 basketball. In their last 8 games, they are 4-4. So maybe if we can get out to a good start, not like we did last year against Gonzaga, but get off to a good start against these guys, put a little doubt in their heads, and then ride that on to win. And then let's get out of here with our first tournament win. And as we like to say, Fluff was a kitten.
All right, lineup's being announced here in Buffalo, St. Louis, in royal blue, jerseys and shorts, white lettering and numbers, Billinkens across the front of the jersey. Georgia in the white uniforms, the throwback jerseys, block lettering, red lettering as well, and numbers. Georgia and the team number on the front of the jerseys, as the Bulldogs are now being announced with their starting 5.
This is interesting, Scott. I just got word from one of our loyal Bulldogs, Jeff Sherman, who really supports our program. Jeff couldn't be here tonight, but he's gotten some video that shows Niagara Falls here tonight lit up with the red LED light. So hopefully they're trying to tell us something.
Man, how about that? Welcome to the Niagara Falls area, Georgia Bulldogs. Smurf Millender just being announced as the final of the starting 5 for Georgia. The lights come back on here at the KeyBank Center.
Which is a good thing.
Yes, it is. We don't want to play in the dark.
No.
Unless it's red lights.
Well, we've tried to play, with only one clock working. We went through that for a while.
We did that at home, yeah.
Yeah.
Our officials tonight, Tim Clockerty, Owen Short, and Kevin Brill. We've seen Owen Short a time or two across our SEC schedule this season. Georgia and St. Louis about to tip it off for the 3rd time in school history between these two programs. They haven't met in 16 years. In St. Louis in 2010 was the last time these two teams played. Georgia in the NCAA tournament for the 14th time. 7-13 is our all-time record in the NCAA tournament, and the last win for the Bulldogs in this event came in 2002 against Murray State. The Dogs have lost 5 straight tournament games since. St. Louis is in the tournament for the 11th time in school history. They're 6-11 all-time, and this is their first appearance in the Big Dance since 2019. All All right, both teams leaving the bench area, walking out on the floor. Georgia's starting 5 again. Kane and Stagg, Somto, Smurf, and Cannon. St. Louis with Quentin Jones, Amari McCautry, Trey Green, Deion Brown, and Robbie Avila.
And Scott, I want to go on record right now and say first team to 85 wins this game.
All right, mark it down. Adam is bookmarking that comment. Robbie Avila at 6'10" in the center circle for the Billikens. Somto Surreal in the center circle for Georgia at 6'11". Here comes Owen Short with the basketball in hand. On the March Madness logo, there's the toss and the tap controlled by Georgia. We're underway here in the NCAA tournament. And already a clock problem. 6 seconds
I should have
in.
never mentioned it. My bad. Should have never brought it up.
So Georgia won the tap now. Owen Short with the basketball is telling Smurf Millender where to line up. We'll throw it in again and kind of restart the game. We feed it into Kane, give it back to Smurf over the timeline. Georgia, from our vantage point, will work from right to left here in the first half. Bounce pass to Somto is stolen by St. Louis. They run it left to right with a lay-in to start the ball game.
And down the floor they flew.
Deion Brown with the running layup with one hand. Little scoop shot to put St. Louis on the board first, 2-0. Dogs turn it over on first possession. St. Louis turns it into 2. Cannon Catchings with the dribble. Here comes the 3 ball. May have been hit as he shot. He left it short off the rim, as you could hear. Rebound to St. Louis. Quentin Jones at 6'5", up the far sideline for the Billikens. Avila has it head of the key to Green. Catch and shoot 3. He bricks it off the right side of the glass. Rebound down to Georgia.
We had a hand in his face, too. Good defense.
Catchings with a left-hand dribble. Long strides through the paint. Running layup. Won't go. Off the glass too hard and kicks down off the front of the rim. There's a foul on St. Louis. And the Dogs will inbound the basketball with a new 20 on the shot clock. Smurf will throw it in. The foul's on Deion Brown.
It must have been after the shot. I think it was after the shot because otherwise you're putting him on the line for 2.
Inbound to Smurf. His 3 in the right corner is blocked. The blocked basketball knocked around, controlled by Georgia. Dogs continue the possession. Shot clock at 8. Smurf on the dribble. Fires to his right. Stagg. Here comes the 3 from Kareem. That's too deep. Rebound. Somto tried to slap at it. One of the St. Louis players falls down. The Billikens have possession. Trey Green slams on the brakes at the 3-point line to the right end of the floor. Go for a 3. Right corner by Brown. No good. They get an offensive rebound. Feed Brown on the slash move all the way to the basket. And the layup is good by Deion Brown.
And the smallest guy on the floor, I think he's smaller than Smurf, got that rebound for them.
He's listed at 6 feet, Trey Green. 4-0 St. Louis with the early lead here in the NCAA tournament. Dogs 0 for their first 4. And 3 of those have been 3-point attempts. Smurf dribbles between the circles, guarded by Brown. Hand off to Stagg off the right wing. Back to Smurf. Shot clock's at 4. At 3, Smurf up and under. Won't go. Left it short. Rebound Avila. Half-court outlet to Green. Green crossover by Kane. Beats Brown for a lay-in, and it got blocked. Check the call. They're going to call a goaltend on Georgia.
We slapped the backboard.
Jeremiah Wilkinson will check into the ball game. Kareem Stagg exits for Georgia. Jeremiah, 6'1" sophomore from Powder Springs, Georgia, the leading scorer on the team, coming off the bench, averaging 17 a game for the Dogs. And the Dogs need some right now. A little more than 2 minutes in, they don't have anything. It's 6-0 St. Louis. Kane holds high on the left wing. St. Louis in a man-to-man. Now they switch defensively as Blue goes to the right wing. Feed Jeremiah. Left-hand dribble into the lane. Tries to step through, and he's fouled. I think he got hit below the belt as well. Quite a bit of discomfort there for Jeremiah. He goes above the 3-point line, and Smurf gets ready to inbound the basketball again. Fouls on Green for St. Louis. Kane's got it right corner, fakes the 3, puts it on the floor and drives, curls to the basket, layup, rolls in there good. First points of the game, Blue Cane.
Nice move by Blue.
Yeah, he faked the three out of the corner like we've seen so many times and then curled down the lane and got the layup. Amari McCautry with a basketball. Overhead pass left. They work on the left swing now. Trey Green, the 6-foot guard, backs up. Lobs to Avila on the block. Lay in good.
Well, we had Santo way out there on the little guy out beyond the arc and nobody on the big guy underneath.
Perfect pass from Green to Avila. Caught it up high and then turned and laid it up. Three by Blue, backing up. Hits the far side of the rim. That's no good. And a foul on the rebound on Georgia. So St. Louis will have the basketball. 8-2, St. Louis with the early lead. Jordan Ross, who was listed as questionable on the availability report yesterday, checks into the ball game now for the Dogs. And that's good news that he is available to play here in the NCAA tournament. St. Louis, 6-point lead. Avila drops it off at midcourt to Deion Brown, 6'3" transfer from Boston College. He's killed his dribble at the three-point line on the far side of the floor. They work it to Jones between the circles. Avila screens. Jones dribbles into a double team for a moment, and then dribbled it off his foot. Santo dives to the floor, feeds Catchings in a full sprint to the rack on the other end. He's fouled, but no call as he misses a running layup. St. Louis with the basketball. Dogs miss an opportunity there, didn't get a whistle either. Avila with the ball, head of the key, overheads it to his left. The wing three is no good, off the rim by Quentin Jones. Rebound Georgia. Catchings has it. Cannon into the front court, drops it off to Wilkinson. Jeremiah stumbles on the dribble, recovers, feeds it slowly on a bounce down the left baseline. Ross was able to retrieve it, almost turned it over. Ross has it, runs by a double team, passes out onto the wing to Smurf. 9 on the shot clock. Millender on the dribble. Crossover, mishandled, recovers at the foul line. 3 to shoot. Wilkinson's got it. Hoists the three, hits the front of the rim. He's fouled in the act.
Boy,
goes to the floor. He's got free throws coming, I think. Yeah, he's got 3 of them.
That is just not smart basketball by the Billinkens there. They had him scrambling to basically throw the ball up at the rim to beat the shot clock, and there was just no need to foul him.
Timeout here in Buffalo with 15:27 to go first half. Dogs off to a slow 1-for-8 start. Got to find the bottom of the basket when we come back. It's St. Louis 8, Georgia 2 on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
After you work out, you can feel worn out. Reach for Core Power to recover right. A delicious protein shake with 26 grams of high-quality protein to build muscle. Champion your recovery with Core Power, proud partner of Georgia basketball. Learn more at corepower.com.
Zaxby's just put all the other chicken chains on notice because now they got dry rubs. You can get their famous fingers and wings in 3 signature flavors: zesty lemon pepper, savory garlic parm, and spicy Nashville hot, which means there's a little something for everyone chasing a bold hit of flavor. If you've been sleeping on Zaxby's, this new dry rub menu is about to wake you up. Zaxby's Dry Rubs. Try all 3 flavors before they're gone. Who's got the sauce? Zaxby's.
After you work out, you can feel worn out. Reach for Core Power to recover right. A delicious protein shake with 26 grams of high-quality protein to build muscle. Champion your recovery with Core Power, proud partner of Georgia basketball. Learn more at corepower.com.
Go Dogs, sick 'em! Whether they're on the road or the home court, my family and I get loud and proud whenever the Dogs are unleashed. In this basketball season, Scana Energy's part of all the action is a proud partner of the Georgia Bulldogs. So join my family and Scana in cheering on the Dogs to glory this season. Sign up with Scana today and get up to $100. Call 877-GO-SCANA or visit scanaenergy.com/GoDogs for details. Limited time offer, terms and conditions apply.
This broadcast of the NCAA Division I Men's Basketball Championship is authorized under broadcast rights granted by the NCAA through Westwood One. It is intended solely for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Any reproduction, retransmission, or other use of this broadcast without the express written consent of the NCAA, and Westwood 1 is strictly prohibited.
Scott, right now the shooting is just not there for the Dogs. 13% that we're hitting on field goals, and that's not going to get the job done. Meanwhile, they're knocking them down at a 57%, if I'm not mistaken. What is it? 57%. So we've got to get our shooting on target here, and my suggestion would be sooner rather than later.
Well, we've got an opportunity to get 3 here at the foul line with Jeremiah Wilkinson, as Deion Brown has picked up 2 fouls for St. Louis. They've been whistled for 3 violations already. Jeremiah at the line, the left-hander from Powder Springs. Free throw number 1 is all net good. That's his first point of the game. Wilkinson at 78% this season at the foul line. There's number 2, and it's good.
He's just ripping the nets.
Yeah, it's a beautiful sound.
It is. It really is.
Makes all 3 of them.
And they weren't close.
Identical, the same way. Rip, rip, rip. So there's a 3-pointer at the foul line by the Dogs. It's 8-5, St. Louis by 3, and they've got the basketball.
I think they should give you an additional point when you make all 3 free throws without touching metal.
Yeah, get a bonus point. I like that. St. Louis, Brown with the basketball. Layup from the right side is good. Deion Brown with 8 already. And it's 10-5, Billinkens. Dogs attack with Ross. He pump fakes Avila, who had a hand up in the air, and Ross goes up over the top of him and lays it in off the glass. Dogs with a steal after the inbound. Wilkinson for 3. Won't go. Offensive rebound, Georgia. Kick out Justin Bailey. 3-ball, no good off the rim, and they foul him beyond the arc.
We're going to tie it here at the line. And we will have, of our 10 points, we will have 6 on free throws.
Foul is on Trey Green. That's his second. Bailey at the line. Free throw number 1. Too deep by the left-hander Justin Bailey. 6'3" from Greer, South Carolina. First miss from the line for the Dogs. Number 2 in the air, and that was going to bounce off the rim 3 times and kick away to the left. No good.
Wow.
Justin on the year at 78%. Hasn't been to the line a great many times this season. Just 18 of 25 now after those 2 misses. And the third and final free throw is coming up. It's 10-7. St. Louis has led for the first 5 minutes and 18 seconds of the game. And there's a free throw that's good by Bailey. So he hits 1 out of 3. Stagg back in. Catching's out. Justin Absent on the floor for the Dogs. Wilkinson, Bailey, Ross, and Stagg. Along with Absent, that's our 5. Kellen Thames comes on for Josh Schertz's St. Louis team. They've got 2 players with 2 fouls. They run an alley-oop lob to Thames, and it bounced off his hands, and the ball kicks away and is rebounded by Georgia. They tried to run a long alley-oop lob to the rim from the right wing. It was no good. Bailey, long jumper from the left corner, won't go. It's short. Rebound touched out by the Billinkens. Left of the basket on the baseline.
Well,
Justin Absent was trying to get to it, and I think it was McCautry that tipped it out for St. Louis.
We got a break there because Justin's attempt at the 3 was way, way short.
Ross waiting to inbound, left of the basket on the baseline.
Justin's out of the game now.
Throws it into Absent, gives it back to Ross. He runs through the paint, throws it up with the left hand. Another foul on St. Louis. And they're desperately trying to keep Georgia out of the lane, Chuck, but they just keep committing fouls.
Well, that's their 5th.
That one's on Kellen Thames. That's his first. And free throws coming for Jordan Ross. I'm getting our Jordans and our Justins mixed up.
A lot of J's out there.
Ross on the year at 80%. He's 2 as a left-handed shooter. So we've had all lefties at the line here in the first half, and Ross's free throw is good. So the Dogs have 5 points at the line and only 1 field goal so far in the game, and it's 10-9 St. Louis, and Ross can tie it for the first time if he converts here. Ball's in the air. Free throw going to bounce away. No good. Drew Iron. Blue Kane back on the floor now for the Dogs. Kane and Wilkinson, Ross absent and Stagg. That's our 5. St. Louis possession. They lead by 1, 10-9. Avila. Oh, goodness. A blow-by McCautry. And Avila found him slashing down the lane in an easy right side layup for the Billikens. 12-9 St. Louis in front. Dogs, Blue Kane, overhead bullet pass to Ross in the right corner, up the wing to Stagg for a 3, in and out, no good. Rebounded by Ishan Sharma, 6'5" transfer forward from Virginia. St. Louis possession. Avila picks up the dribble along the 3 at the head of the key. Gives it to Sharma. He loves the 3, as they all do. Thames across the foul line. Feeds in the right corner for a 3. They airballed it from right there. That was Brady Dunlap. They got an offensive rebound, though. Shot clock down to 6. Avila with a wrap around to Thames, and he laid it up. 14-9 St. Louis. Dogs still struggling from the floor, just 2 for 12 to start the game.
Yeah, and they're getting layups. I mean, they aren't hitting shots. They're getting layups.
Ross with an isolation play against Dunlap. He pivots, he shoots, goes under the net and out of bounds. And it's going to be St. Louis basketball. Mike White wants to know why there was no foul on the play.
I'd like
Ross
to know
said
that,
he was
too.
hit on the arm. He's talking to Wilkinson right now. Said he got hit on the arm as he was shooting, and there was no call. Smurf back in for the Dogs. Ross comes out. So Georgia now 2 of 13 and trailing by 5, 14-9. 0 for 7 on three-pointers here in the first 7 minutes. They're 0 for 4 on threes. They've got big Paul Otieno in the game for rebounding purposes. Didn't get that one.
No.
Abson did on their drive. They missed the layup. Dogs have it. Kane called for a charge on the left end of the floor right as he got on the right block. Tim Clockerty says that's an offensive foul on Blue. 14-9, 5-point St. Louis lead. They've led for the first 7.5 minutes thus far. Dogs trying to find their offensive rhythm. Can't get going yet. Just 2 for 13 from the field. St. Louis will inbound with Dunlap to Otieno in the backcourt. Dunlap across the timeline. Wilkinson chasing him and forcing a turnover. Dunlap fell down, lost the dribble, and it rolls out of bounds right in front of us on the near side. It'll be Georgia basketball. Jeremiah kind of humping around, jumping around behind him. I think messed him up on the dribble. And Dunlap, I don't know if their feet got tangled or what, but Dunlap hit the deck and lost the ball. Georgia needs a basket here. Wilkinson for 3. There it is. Scana Energy 3 from the right wing for Jeremiah. He just doubled his point output to 6 with that shot. And it's 14-12. St. Louis with a 2-point lead in the ball. Kellen Thames drops it off of the bounce to Dunlap. He feeds Otieno along the right wing, guarded by Sompto way out beyond the 3-point line. Billikens basketball. Sharma 3. Back of the rim on that jumper. No good. Rebound chased down in the corner by St. Louis. Billikens got the ball right in front of the Georgia bench. Otieno's picked up his dribble, head of the key. Sompto all in his shirt defensively. Now they feed Thames. Spins down the lane. There's contact there and a whistle. And an after the whistle 3 from the left wing by St. Louis, but the basket will not count. It's a foul on Georgia.
And it's not a shooting foul because he was passing it, so they'll get possession with 20 seconds.
Timeout with 11:33 to go in half number 1. St. Louis still in front. They lead the Dogs 14-12. Back for more NCAA tournament action after this on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
100 grand is what you could win over and over again. You could win big every time. Go play Keno. You think 10 numbers, then Keno picks 20. The more you match, the more you win money. Win 1 time, 2 times, there's no limits. Up to 100 grand every 3.5 minutes.
You like winning over and over again? It could happen with Keno. Go play in the bar, at the store, or online.
Go play Keno.
Win up to $100,000 every 3.5 minutes. Play Keno from the Georgia Lottery. Play responsibly.
This is the 2026 NCAA Tournament. You're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Here's a club you'll want to get into, Club Citgo. It's the super easy app that opens the door to great fuel savings and more. Sign up and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up, plus everyday savings that really add up. You can also enter our sweepstakes with multiple winners and giveaways, like free gas for a year. And Club Citgo makes paying easy with a convenient mobile pay feature. So welcome to the club where all the action is. Download Club Citgo today. Savings good up to 30 gallons, only at participating locations. Data rates may apply. Here's a club you'll want to get into, Club Citgo. It's the super easy app that opens the door to great fuel savings and more. Sign up and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up, plus everyday savings that really add up. You can also enter our sweepstakes with multiple winners and giveaways, like free gas for a year. And Club Citgo makes paying easy with a convenient mobile pay feature. So welcome to the club where all the action is. Download Club Citgo today. Savings good up to 30 gallons, only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
Back here in Buffalo, where St. Louis leads Georgia 14-12, 11:33 to go in the first half. And it is time, once again, to go inside the huddle with Chuck Dowdle, brought to you by Georgia's own credit union, banking on purpose. All right, Chuck, you've been in the huddle a bunch this season.
I have, indeed.
One more time here in the tournament.
I'll promise you right now, the one thing Mike's lecturing them about is allowing them these easy baskets. They're getting layups and points in the paint. How about this? They've got 14 of their 14. They've got all in the paint. We've got 4 points in the paint. 14-4, they are outscoring us in the paint. They're not hitting shots that are killing us. They're not hitting us with threes. They're not making, great moves and twos from, jumpers. They're getting everything just easy layups off the glass, and we got to stop that.
They are 7 of 8 on layups already. Their inbounds pass is stolen by Smurf. Dogs off and running right to left with Jeremiah up ahead. He's denied the layup at the basket. The ball is loose on the floor. Their body's on the ground. Sompto went for a tie-up, but St. Louis gets it out of the pack. Billinkens basketball. Thames right around the defense and a layup, a sweeping layup on the right side. Good.
Did I mention we need to stop their layups?
It's 8 out of 9 layups now for the Billinkens. 16-12, they lead by 4. Wilkinson for 3, won't go, hits the front of the rim, long rebound, head of the key, taken by Quentin Jones, a 6'5 junior transfer from Northern Illinois. St. Louis for a 3, left corner, that's good, that's the first of the game. Kellen Thames with the 3, and the lead grows to 7, 19-12. Dogs got to get it going from the field. Just 3 of 16 shooting the basketball. There's another miss by the Dogs. Off the rim, rebound along the right baseline for St. Louis. Ishan Sharma collected the basketball. They're up 7. Georgia just 1 for its last 8. Driving layup, no good. Otieno, rebound, putback is good by the big man. 6'9 and 230. Paul Otieno with his first points. It's 21-12. St. Louis on a run. Dogs attack with Smurf. He stumbles in the lane, tries to distribute right to Sompto. The whistle blows. We got a foul, a push on St. Louis, and that's on Kellen Thames.
That is the 6th team foul, though, on St. Louis, which means the next foul on them, and Georgia will be shooting 1-1, will be in the bonus.
Second foul on Thames. Trey Green has 2. Deion Brown has 2. Yet St. Louis still in front, and they're stretching it out a little bit here with 10:05 to go, 21-12. Catching's back in. Inbound it for a corner 3. It's off the iron. No good. Rebound St. Louis. Holy smokes, what a drive and a block by Cannon Catchings. He just crushed that ball. Sharma was trying to lay it up, and Catchings came flying in from behind to block it, and it went out of bounds.
And that was the greatest example of what I was talking about with our keys to the game is transition defense. Cannon Catchings flew down the court and caught up and was able to block that shot from behind.
Dunlap, baseball pass on the inbounds into the backcourt for St. Louis. Jones fields the basketball. Dribbles with his right hand, inside the arc, right of the lane, pump fake, step through, throws it into the corner. Here comes a three by Dunlap. That's no good. Offensive rebound, Otieno. Outlet on the left wing to Jones. St. Louis retains possession. They lead by 9, 21-12. Jones, sidestep left. Here comes a three. Short, side iron, rebound, Blue Cane. Dogs need a basket in the worst way. 3 of 18 to start the game. Smurf at the elbow, pump fakes, feeds behind him to Blue Cane. He drives, contact by the guys in blue. Another foul on St. Louis. That's 7. Dogs are going to shoot the bonus the rest of the way. That's a 1-and-1 coming. Dunlap with his first. Brady Dunlap, a 6'7" redshirt sophomore, transfer from St. John's. He's the son of a former Georgia assistant coach, Jeff Dunlap, who was an assistant with the Bulldogs in the Jim Herrick regime. Free throw by Blue Cane is good. 21-13, St. Louis. Dogs have not led yet with 9:14 to go in the half.
You know, and one of the things that's made us successful is the way we've been sharing the basketball. But right now, they're the ones that are doing that. They've got 7 assists. We got 1.
But you got to make some baskets to get some assists, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Jake Wilkins is in the ball game as Kane makes both foul shots for the Dogs. 21-14. St. Louis by 7. They've got the ball. Trey Green back in with his 2 fouls. The 6-foot Xavier transfer at point. Avila moves by Dylan James. Runs into a double team. A foul on the Dogs as Avila's runner rattles off the rim. No good. He's going to have free throws. Did they get Dylan or did they get Smurf on that foul? It's on Smurf Millender. It's his first, team's 4th. And Robbie Avila at the line.
Then that should have been offensive just based on size differential.
Yeah, 6'10" against 5'11".
A real mismatch.
Avila shoots 80% from the line. His first free throw of the night is good. He's got 3 points so far in the game. Averages just under 13 a contest for the Billikens. 22-14, St. Louis in front. And they add another one to their score as Avila sinks both foul shots. 23-14. Dogs with the basketball, front court left. Smurf well beyond the 3. Gets a screen from Dylan. Will shoot in the right corner. Left it short. Dogs still can't find the bottom of the basket. 1 for 10 on threes now in the game. St. Louis got in close. I got screened out, but I think it was Brown who laid it up.
It was a great pass.
Dion Brown. 25-14, double-digit lead for the first time for the Billikens. Dogs struggling to score. There's Smurf to the rack, and he throws it up from the right baseline and banks it home. A much-needed basket by Smurf Millender, his first 2 points of the game. 25-16, St. Louis. Behind the back, bounce pass, Avila, intercepted by Smurf. Up ahead to Jake Wilkins for a running two-handed flush. St. Louis quick inbounds. Jones all the way to the rack. Missed the layup. Offensive rebound. Brown underhands to Sharma down the lane, and he lays it up again. Dogs went to sleep on defense.
I told you, we have got to get transition defense has not been good, and we have got to get back fast.
27-18, St. Louis in front. Dogs have possession. Kane with a hesitating 3 off the rim, no good. Wilkins fights for the rebound, couldn't come up with it. Avila got it away. Billikens have it. Man, they fly down the floor. Smurf with a body block foul at the free throw line. And that's going to be 2 on Smurf, and that stops the clock with 7:25 to go. Boy, the Billikens can run, can't they?
Well, they get out and they get going, and we knew that, which is why I was talking about. I don't care what happens on offense. If you miss a shot, head down the floor quickly. If you make a shot, get down the floor quickly. If you turn the ball over, get down the floor quickly. Unless it's a whistle blown that's going to stop the clock, you need to get back on defense, and I mean immediately.
Timeout, Buffalo, St. Louis 27, Georgia 18. Back in a moment, Bulldogs Sports Network.
You need all the energy you can get for game day. Luckily, At Georgia Power, we know a thing or two about saving energy. We understand that energy costs are an important part of your budget. That's why we're dedicated to providing tools and assistance that can help make a difference, so you can save your energy for the game. Visit georgiapower.com/myenergy to learn more.
If you're a contractor, you're like a coach. Your success depends on the team you put on the field. I'm Kevin Swanson, Business Manager with the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 613. With over 5,500 skilled electricians right here in Atlanta, we provide the training, the reliability, and the experience to help you finish your jobs on time and under budget. If you're ready to grow your business with a team you can trust, let's talk. Visit IBEW613.org today.
Zaxby's just put all the other chicken chains on notice, because now they got dry rubs. You can get their famous fingers and wings in 3 signature flavors: zesty lemon pepper, savory garlic parm, and spicy Nashville hot, which means there's a little something for everyone chasing a bold hit of flavor. If you've been sleeping on Zaxby's, this new dry rub menu is about to wake you up. Zaxby's dry rubs. Try all 3 flavors before they're gone. Who's got the sauce? Zaxby's.
Hey, Bulldog Nation, if you want inside access to breaking news, behind-the-scenes stories, and exclusive content featuring your favorite players, join Glory today and unlock members-only coverage and VIP experiences you won't find anywhere else. Visit gloryglorygeorgia.com and sign up today.
And, Scott, this isn't the Ole Miss game where, we're gotten off to that bad a start, and this certainly isn't the Gonzaga game from last year, where we got off to an even worse start. But this is not a good start for Georgia, and one of the places that it's really showing up is in rebounds. They have out-rebounded us 21-8 on the glass, and they are not, by any stretch of the imagination, a good rebounding team. So this is something we need to get serious about here and get on the glass, get some boards. We had 3 white jerseys with an opportunity to pick up that basketball and didn't. They came up with it. Now they've got an inbounds pass in 24 seconds.
Avila to throw it in for St. Louis. Just bombs it into the backcourt to Trey Green. Back over the timeline, dribbles on the logo. Jab step back 3 with Ross about 3 feet away from him, and he drains an NBA range plus 3-pointer. Trey Green makes it a 30-18 lead, largest lead of the half for St. Louis. Wilkinson for 3 to try to answer for the Dogs. He misses off the rim. Rebound to St. Louis. 22nd rebound of the game for the Billinkens. Georgia with only 8. They lob it on the block to McCautry. The lay-in is good, and a foul. 3-point play coming for the Billinkens. Fouls on Jeremiah Wilkinson, his first. And an and one for Amari McCautry coming, 6'6" sophomore from Milwaukee.
And that is our 6th, by the way, so our next foul, they'll be in the bonus.
32-18. 33-18. Free throw is good. 15-point lead in the first half for St. Louis with 6:50 to go. Dogs can't get out of the mud on offense. Wilkinson, lob to Somto. He goes to the floor, tries to put it up from there. He left it short. He couldn't alley-oop it and dunk it. He came down on the floor and tried to shoot it from 2 feet away and missed it. St. Louis with the basketball. Oh, Avila just spins by Catchings, leaves him just standing flat-footed and lays it up good. Deceptive athletic talent from Robbie Avila. It's 35-18. Dogs basketball, step back 3, Catchings, left wing, won't go. Somto couldn't collect the rebound. St. Louis gets it. Here they come again. Billinkens for 3, left wing, around the rim and off, no good. Finally a rebound for the Dogs. Ross saves it over the baseline to Catchings. Cannon in the front court. They steal it from him at the top of the key. Sharma coming the other direction. Flips it back to Green. Green slows the dribble down, and now they work in the half court. Avila with a ball on the left side, guarded by Wilkins. on the block, wraparound, slashing in from the right baseline is McCoughtry. The pass was perfect, and McCoughtry lays it up again. We don't have an answer.
No,
but we've got a timeout.
And right now we're very undisciplined. We're undisciplined offensively, undisciplined defensively. And obviously we got to make some corrections, and they need to come pretty quickly here.
St. Louis wearing the Dogs out, a 12-0 run over the last 220. Georgia's missed its last 4 and 9 of its last 11 as we go into a timeout with 5:37 to go in the first half. It's St. Louis 37, Georgia 18 here in the NCAA tournament on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
Hi, it's Chuck Dowdle. If you're like me, you're tired of high prices, high fees, and paying more for less. That's why I'm a proud member of Georgia's Own Credit Union. Georgia's Own has been saving people money for 90 years. Whether it's better rates on an auto loan or fewer fees on a checking account, your money goes further at Georgia's Own. Best of all, they're local and continue to support the people, places, and teams that we've grown to love. To learn more, visit georgiasown.org today. I'm Chuck Dowdle, and I'm one of Georgia's Own.
Georgia's Own is federally insured by the NCAA.
Don't go anywhere. The Dogs are coming right back. You're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
We know no one's journey is the same. That's why Delta Sky Miles moves with you. From earning miles on reloads for coffee runs, shopping, and things you do every day, to connecting you to new experiences, a Sky Miles membership fits into your lifestyle, letting you do more of what makes you, you. It's more than travel. It's the membership that flies, dines, streams, rides, and arrives with you. Because when you have a membership that's as unique as you are, there's no telling where your journey will take you next. Learn more at delta.com/SkyMiles.
Is your current IT setup keeping you up at night? Are you tired of wasting valuable time on IT problems? Spend less time worrying about IT issues and more time growing your business. Liberty Technology gives business owners the peace of mind they need to focus on growing their businesses. We're not an IT vendor. We're a business catalyst. Visit libertytech.net. That's libertytech.net or call 770-229-9424 so you can focus on what matters, growing your business.
Take advantage of exceptional lease and finance offers on the versatile BMW X3 sports activity vehicle. For more details, see your local BMW center. Visit BMWATL.com today. Proud sponsor of Georgia Athletics. 12-0 run for the St. Louis Billinkens have propelled them to a 19-point lead. It's 37-18. 5:37 to go in the first half. And St. Louis just running wild over the Dogs at the moment. Killing us on the glass as well. 24-9 out rebounding Georgia. Dogs 5 on the floors. Wilkinson and Ross. Catchings, Kane, and Abson. Georgia with the basketball. 5.5 minutes to go. Ross dribbles to his right. Comes on the left wing to Wilkinson. He gets a screen from Abson, drives down the lane, and layup good with the left hand. He spun it off the window.
That was a great move by Jeremiah. Somebody needs to take control. Maybe he's going to do that.
Wilkinson with 8. Avila, long three, just right of the circle. No good. The rebound is tapped out and chased down by Green. He got to it first. He was under the basket and sprinted 20 feet outside to the perimeter. Abson blocks his three-pointer. It's collected under the basket by Kane. Dogs run the floor. Catchings for 3, right corner. Dreadfully short. It's the side iron. Rebound Sharma for St. Louis. Cannon now 0 for 4 on threes, 0 for 6 from the field. 4:43 to go first half. St. Louis, almost threw it in a backcourt. They saved it twice. Once by McCoughtry and once by Avila. Billinkens basketball. Screen and roll. Avila collects a bounce pass and lays it up underhanded. Good. Avila with 8, 39-20, St. Louis. Dogs attack with Wilkinson. Jeremiah trying to put the team on his back. No good. Rebound. Abson. Spinning jump hook from the right side. Good by Justin Abson.
Well, we needed that.
39-22. Billinkens by 17. Here comes the three. Off the rim, collected by Kane on the rebound. Blue with the basketball, underhands it to Wilkinson. Jab step and a drive, and a foul on Sharma, I think. Yep. Ishan Sharma, transfer from Virginia at 6'5", collects the foul. That's his first. And the Dogs will have free throws in a moment. 3:55 to go in the first half. And we got a timeout. Listen to all things college sports, including live games and talk on Sirius XM College Sports Radio, Channel 84, and streaming on the Sirius XM app.
Scott, it's really interesting. I'm sitting here watching over in the Georgia huddle, and Smurf Melunder is just in everybody's face over there. He's letting them know he's not happy with the way this is going, and showing some leadership. And now Jordan Ross doing the same. So, that's what it takes. It takes, because the coaches were over meeting on their own, and it's good to see players going, we got to do better than this. We're better than this, and they are. And I expect that they'll play better and make a game out of this yet. But right now, it's everything that's happened has been bad for Georgia and good for St. Louis.
Yeah, the Billinkens are shooting 53%, Georgia at 24%. They're 17 of 32. The Dogs are 7 of 29. Neither team is shooting the three well, but St. Louis hasn't really needed to. They're just 2 of 13 on threes. Georgia 1 for 14. The Dogs 7 of 10 at the foul line. St. Louis 3 for 3. Rebounding totals are off the chart in favor of St. Louis, 26-12. And the Dogs have turned it over only 3 times. St. Louis turned it over 6 times. They did have a little bit more of a foul load than does Georgia, but it hasn't seemed to slow them down. They lead by 17 with 3:55 to go in the first half.
Well, 3:55, we're down 17. Let's see if we can't turn it here in these final almost 4 minutes of the first half and cut into that lead and go into the locker room making this a little more respectable, where we can come out in the second half and get after them. And that's what we need to do right now, is just, do a better job defensively, and then on the boards, and then also we've got to start to make some baskets. Obviously, at the end of the day, that's the one thing that will determine this game is scoring. And I don't think that's any big secret to anybody. But we have not been doing it very well and missing shots that normally we would not miss.
Winner of this game gets the number 1 seed in the regional, Michigan, on Saturday here in this building. If you're into those cold water ice plunges that people like to do now, this is the place to be for that.
Yeah,
you don't even need a tub. You just walk outside and you can get the ice plunge.
When we landed on Tuesday, it was in the low teens. It was snowing, and it was
Buffalo weather, wasn't
it? And a blowing snow. Boy, it was tough.
Dogs at the free throw line with Jeremiah Wilkinson, and the left-hander hits the first one in this trip to the line. He's got 9 points in the game now, Georgia's leading scorer so far. Second foul shot, all net. Wilkinson 5 for 5 from the line. First Bulldog in double figures. He's got 10, and Georgia trails by 15, 39-24. St. Louis basketball. Avila over the timeline. Gives it to Dunlap. Stands on the logo, guarded by Smurf. Smurf's got 2 fouls, but he's back in the game. Dunlap's picked up his dribble. Shot clock's at 8. They tried to throw it to Avila. Ball's deflected by Kane, but it went right back to McCautry. He tried to lay it up and left it short. Dogs rebound the miss.
That was Stagg that went up and got that rebound.
Here's Wilkinson now attacking. Contact at the rim. His little short jumper rolls off the iron and out of bounds. Touched out by St. Louis. It'll be Dogs ball. 20 on the shot clock. And Smurf will inbound it left of the bucket. 3:18 to go in the half. Georgia down 39-24. Trying to make a late surge here in the half to get back in this thing. Smurf left Open for a three. Left wing. Missed it off the back of the rim. Rebound chased down by St. Louis right in front of their bench in the far right corner. Billinkens basketball. Thames dribbles it to the three-point line and feeds Avila. Avila straddles the three, head of the key, guarded by Absent. Over to Quentin Jones on the left wing. He's trying to weave his way into the paint area. Picks it up at the elbow. Here comes a three. Dunlap, good. He ripped it right of the circle. Brady Dunlap with his first points.
Nobody on him.
42-24, St. Louis. Wilkinson around the screen. Head of the key three. Good. Bottom. Scana Energy three by Jeremiah. He's got both of ours in the half. He's got 13 points as well. 42-27, St. Louis. Avila, pump fake, dribbles slowly into the paint, pump fake again, kicks out to his right to Dunlap, drives to the block, overhead pass, wide open three. The three is off the back of the rim, no good by Jones.
They went over the top.
We wrestled for the rebound, and it's easy when Smurf is the rebounder. They went right over the top of the 5'11 Georgia point guard.
And I believe that was Dunlap that went over.
Called for the foul, and it's going to be a 1-and-1 down on the left end of the floor for Smurf. That's their 9th team foul, so the next one, Dogs will be in the double bonus. We've got 2:08 to go in the half. And Georgia trying to play catch-up. We're down 15. Smurf at the line for the first time in the game. Oh. And the 85%er barely got the rim there. And St. Louis gets the rebound. And what happened there? We fouled. Yep.
Boy, Smurf is just struggling tonight shooting. He's really having a hard time.
Yeah, 1 for 5 in the game. 0 for 1 from the line now. And St. Louis will come down to this end and shoot foul shots. Clock at 2:07. Sitting there waiting to move again. And it's Amari McCautry, only 58% foul shooter at the line. He hits the back of the rim. And the rebound is taken by Jordan Ross for the Dogs. 2 minutes to go, first half. They foul Ross as he tried to drive by McCautry. Kind of a lazy reach-around foul by McCautry.
And that's a two-shot foul because...
Yeah, it's double bonus now for the Dogs as Jordan Ross will go to the line. McCautry with his first. And Ross to the line for the second time in the game. He's 1 for 2 tonight with 3 points in the game. Free throw number 1, good. Stagg out. Dylan James checks in for the Bulldogs. And Ross will get one more free throw. Left-hander from Pleasant Grove, Utah. Free throw good. Transfer from St. Mary's. They lost their tournament game with Texas A&M earlier today. So the Aggies advance. The Gales are done. Ross and Georgia trying to avoid that from happening here in Buffalo. Dunlap to Thames down the lane. The floater with the right hand is good from 8 feet. Thames has 9 off the bench, 44-29. St. Louis in front, 1:38 to go in the half. Step back three, Wilkinson ripped it good. Right wing three, right over McCautry. Jeremiah with 16. He's all of our offense. He's got half of our points. It's 44-32. St. Louis in front. Jones weaves down the lane, kicks it back to Thames. Mishandles the dribble at the foul line. Recovers and gets it to McCautry. He dribbles at the three. Jump pass in the corner to Otieno. He hands it off to Dunlap. Back to Otieno on the give and go. Steps into the paint, lays it up, and draws contact and a foul. Basket is good. He goes to the line for a three-point opportunity. Boy, that was executed nicely by St. Louis out of that far corner. Not a lot of space to work with, Chuck. And Otieno had the ball, set a screen, gave it to Dunlap. He rolled, got the pass, and scored.
They move the ball extremely well in tight quarters. They do. They are very sharp with their passing.
Free throw by Otieno is good. And the Quinnipiac transfer now has 5 points off the bench. Put an extra Go Dogs in your wallet with the Georgia Bulldogs Regions Visa debit card or prepaid Regions Now card. Order at regions.com/Go Dogs. Regions, official bank of the SEC. Less than a minute to go. Dogs down 15 with the basketball. 47-32. Wilkinson dribbles at 10. He'll shoot a three. Hit the rim. Front side. No good. Otieno the rebound. He cradles the ball with both arms and covers it up. Distributes to Quentin Jones, and a timeout, St. Louis. Jones got it right to half court, and that's when Josh Schertz, their head coach, called for a timeout with 38.9 seconds to go in the half. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to the NCAA tournament on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network. Along with Chuck Dowdle and producer-engineer Adam Gillespie, Scott Howard here at the Key Bank Center in downtown Buffalo, New York. Georgia trailing St. Louis 47-32. And Chuck, the Dogs are doing a little bit better offensively now than we did in the first 10 or 12 minutes of the half. Our shooting percentage is getting closer to 30 for the first half.
Yeah, but thank you, Jeremiah. I mean, we need other people contributing here. And we're not getting much anywhere else from the lineup. And guys that I just think that we'll get things adjusted here at halftime, come back out and make a good, strong run at these guys. But right now, let's see what we can do here in this final 38 seconds. Maybe we can get another basket.
16 points for Wilkinson for the Dogs in the half. No other Bulldog has more than 5. 47-32, St. Louis ball, 30 seconds to go. Dunlap runs through the lane. Sweeping layup from the left side of the rim is good with the kiss off the backboard. Brady Dunlap at 6'7". Long strides all the way to the basket, got by Blue Kane, and laid it up. 16 seconds to go. Dogs with the basketball, and Ross is just inside the half-court line. Dribbling, killing some clock here to end the half. 49-32. Wilkinson off a curl for a three. Right side, short. Side iron, no good. Rebound, St. Louis. Jones at the end of the half throws it, hits the top of the backboard and the shot clock, and that's the end of the first 20 minutes here in the NCAA tournament for these two teams.
Well, this is going to be about adjustments at halftime, and we've got a lot of them to make. But I know Mike White and his staff, they're very good at this. And, we saw it against Ole Miss. Made a strong run at Ole Miss, got it back to 2. And I fully expect the Dogs to come back out here in the second half and make this a ball game.
Georgia shot right at 26% in the first half. Certainly numbers that are unlike the Georgia team we saw all season. 49-32. It's a 17-point lead for the Billinkens of St. Louis as they're gunning for their 29th win of the season. The Dogs will have to come back if they're to get their first NCAA tournament win since 2002. We're at halftime here in Buffalo. Coming up next, it's Matt Schweikert in the halftime report from the Piedmont Healthcare Network studios. Piedmont Healthcare is the official healthcare provider of UGA Athletics. 20 minutes on the clock for halftime here at KeyBank Arena in Buffalo, New York. And your halftime score, St. Louis 49, Georgia 32 on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
There's team pride, and then there's extra Bulldog pride. When I'm carrying the Georgia Bulldogs Regions Visa debit card or prepaid Regions Now card, that's exactly what I get. Whether I'm grabbing some extra Georgia gear or picking up an extra dozen wings for the game, this card always brings it. Sometimes I get an extra Go Dogs from the cashier too. Visit regions.com/Go Dogs to get yours.
Extra changes everything. And at Regions, Extra is our ordinary. Official bank of the SEC, member FDIC.
Enjoy more ways to save at Kroger, like low prices in every aisle. And when you download the Kroger app, you can clip and save more with digital coupons every week. Plus, you can earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. At Kroger, you can enjoy more ways to save and more rewards every time you shop. So it's always easy to save big every day with savings and rewards. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Savings may vary by state. Fuel restrictions apply. See site for details.
Back to Buffalo after this timeout. You're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
A small business affirmation from Progressive. Food truck owners, today business will be booming. People will love your new menu and not make special orders. You will not roll your eyes when someone calls it a quesadilla. You will also switch to Progressive to get 30 customizable coverage options and restore your inner peace. See if you can save in as little as 8 minutes at progressivecommercial.com.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Coverage is not available in all states or for all vehicles and coverage selections.
At Piedmont, quality care changes lives. Meet Brad, a healthy former Marine who unexpectedly suffered 5 heart attacks and then heart failure. He credits Piedmont with saving his life.
The teamwork it took to provide me a path forward through a surprise heart failure and almost 5 months of intensive care in 3 different Piedmont hospitals is difficult for me to even imagine, but you guys nailed it. How do you thank someone for the gift of life?
Hear more at piedmont.org/qualitycare. Piedmont, real change lives here.
Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network. Welcome to the Georgia Power Halftime Report. The Georgia Power Halftime Report is brought to you by Georgia Power, the official energy provider of the Georgia Bulldogs. Live from the Piedmont Healthcare Network studios. Once again, here's Matt Schweikert.
Georgia facing a big deficit at halftime, down 49-32 to St. Louis in the first round of the NCAA tournament. Today's halftime report is presented by Georgia Power. Georgia Power, we're here for the win. We're here for you. Welcome inside the Piedmont Healthcare Network studios. We'll take a look at some of our other action from around the NCAA tournament today. We do have 3 other games that are in progress. Illinois has a lead early in the second half against Penn, 47-35, 17:09 to play in that one. Houston doubling up Idaho, 48-24 at halftime. And then Kennesaw State, they've got a lead against Gonzaga late in the first half, 25-21, 3:06 left in the first half in Portland. As for some of the action from earlier today, we had a couple of shockers, a couple of double-digit upsets. First, it was High Point with a pair of big plays late in the game to stun Wisconsin.
10 seconds to shoot. Boyd out front. Boyd dribbling left. Crosses right. Into the paint. Jump stop inside. Reverse layup. No good. Rebound inside. Martin's got it. Ahead Johnston. On the run to the basket. Laid it in. 10 seconds to go. Brody with the inbound to Boyd. And a timeout taken by High Point before the inbound. Brody along the baseline, gets it into Boyd, clock starts. Boyd up the left side of the floor. Boyd driving right, steps back. Boyd heading left, down to the baseline, gets inside, puts it up, blocked! The shot was blocked! Grabbed by Fletcher, and a foul! 1.6 to go!
Ryan Radke for Westwood won on the call there as High Point beats Wisconsin 83-82, first NCAA tournament win in program history for the Panthers. And then the other big upset so far today, VCU erases a 19-point deficit against North Carolina.
23 to shoot now for Jennings at the midcourt logo. Neither team with a timeout. Jennings gets a screen from Hill. Djokovic trying to dive to the rim, he couldn't find him. Now it's Hill with 15 to shoot. Working against Stevenson. Hill wants to go to work. Cross, step back, 3 on the way, and good! He splashes it home! 80-78, VCU in front.
Noah Eagle Westwood won the call there as VCU shocks North Carolina 82-78. Some other final scores of note: Duke survives Siena 71-65. Michigan beats Howard 101-80. Nebraska gets their first ever tournament win over Troy 76-47. Louisville holds off South Florida 83-79, and then a couple of double-digit seeded SEC teams picking up wins. Texas beats BYU 79-71, and Texas A&M down St. Mary's 63-50. That's your look at what's going on around today as Georgia trails St. Louis 49-32 at halftime. We'll take a break, and then we'll preview some of tomorrow's action in the NCAA tournament right here on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
In 1977, Ford F-Series became the best-selling trucks in America. 33 million trucks later, we've kept that title every year since. And that's a formula we plan on repeating. Ford F-Series, built Ford tough. The best-selling trucks in America for 49 years and counting. Based on 1977 to 2025 calendar year industry reported total sales.
At Piedmont, quality care changes lives. Meet Amarius, a former UGA football player and current NFL athlete who suffered a serious injury. Piedmont got him back in the game.
When I got injured, I was worried about my future in the game, but you and your team's expertise, care, and support reassured me from the start. I've been able to recover because of the quality care I received at Piedmont, and I'll always be grateful for your part in keeping my dreams alive.
Hear more at piedmont.org/qualitycare. Piedmont, real change lives here.
Back to Buffalo after this timeout. You're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
365 days a year. Just call us up. We'll be right there. Our service is guaranteed. As you make, we take great care. Our experts are always there for you and your family's needs. When your family just can't wait, you can always count on Shimei.
You can't always predict what's next, but you can be ready for it in a BMW SUV. The performance-driven X1 comes built for every journey, while the X3's sporty design and innovative technology keep your drive connected. The X5 blends performance with a commanding presence, or make it even bigger with 3 rows of luxurious seating in the X7. For every road, there's an X built to drive it. BMW, the ultimate driving machine. Take advantage of exceptional lease offers today.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield and JMI Sports under the broadcast rights granted by the University of Georgia. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of the University of Georgia, Learfield, and JMI Sports. Announcers are provided by Learfield and JMI Sports and approved by the University of Georgia.
Georgia trails St. Louis 49-32 at halftime. Welcome back inside the Piedmont Healthcare Network studios. Let's preview tomorrow's NCAA tournament action. Things will get underway at 12:15, and it'll be the SEC starting off the day. Kentucky against Santa Clara in St. Louis. The 7th-seeded Wildcats trying to advance in the tournament. Then at 12:40, we'll have a 5-12 game between Texas Tech and Akron in Tampa. We get things going in San Diego at 1:35. 1 seed Arizona, 16 seed Long Island. So the Wildcats will have the big home fan advantage in that one. Then at 1:50, it'll be Virginia and Wright State. The Cavaliers back in the NCAA tournament under first-year head coach Ryan Odom. That game being played in Philadelphia. Then the second game of the day in St. Louis at 2:50, Iowa State against Tennessee State. And then at 3:15, we'll have another SEC team in action as Alabama will start their SEC tournament against Hofstra. And then at 4:10, we will have an 8-9 game in San Diego between Villanova and Utah State. Villanova, one of just 3 Big East teams to make the tournament this year. And then the SEC gets back on the board at 4:25. It'll be Tennessee taking on Miami, who won that first 4 matchup against SMU. The Redhawks, of course, with the undefeated regular season before they were tripped up in the MAC tournament quarterfinals by UMass. And then at 6:50, it'll be Clemson and Iowa. Then at 7:10, St. John's will take on Northern Iowa. 7:25, UCLA and UCF. 7:35, Purdue and Queens. And then when you move into the late window at 9:25, Florida will be in action against Prairie View A&M. At 9:45, Kansas will take on Cal Baptist. And then our two latest games tomorrow at 10 o'clock, UConn and Furman. And at 10:10, Miami takes on Mizzou. And that game being played in St. Louis. So that game will be quite the home crowd for Mizzou, despite being the lower seed in that game. That's your look at what's going on around the NCAA tournament tomorrow as Georgia trails St. Louis at the half, 49-32. We'll take another break and then get you back out to Buffalo for some of our first half stats next on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
You need all the energy you can get for game day. Luckily, at Georgia Power, we know a thing or two about saving energy. We understand that energy costs are an important part of your budget. That's why we're dedicated to providing tools and assistance that can help make a difference, so you can save your energy for the game. Visit georgiapower.com/myenergy to learn more.
It's time to cheer on the Bulldogs with the smooth and refreshing taste of Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Twisted Tea tastes like real iced tea because it's made with real brewed tea. Twisted Tea goes down smooth, and at 5% alcohol, it's got the perfect kick to turn things up on game day. It's time to stock up for the season. Look for the bright yellow cans wherever you buy beer. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Keep it twisted. Please drink responsibly. Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio.
This is the 2026 NCAA Tournament. You're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Here it comes. Surprise! There's an avocado shortage! Now half your food truck menu is costing more than it's making you! Also, you're out of napkins!
Those aren't cheap! Progressive knows small business owners usually don't like surprises because they cost you money. But a good surprise, saving 13% on commercial auto insurance when you pay in full.
Also, an ice cream truck stole your parking spot! Looks like you're in a turf war!
Surprise yourself. See if you can save in as little as 8 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Discounts not available in all states or situations.
365 days a year, just call us up, we'll be right there. Our service is guaranteed. As you mate, we take great care. Our experts are always there for you and your family's needs. When your family just can't wait, you can always count on Shoemate.
Back here in Buffalo, halftime in the NCAA tournament for Georgia and St. Louis. The Billinkens with a 17-point lead over the Bulldogs, 49-32. Scott, Chuck, and Adam back courtside with you. Matt Schweikert in our Piedmont Healthcare Network studios. Let's take a look at the first half numbers.
Really?
Hide your eyes.
Cover your ears.
Yes, they're not pretty. Georgia in the first half shot 25.7%. That's 9 of 35. 3 of 19 on threes. That's only 16%, or just under that. And then 11 of 15 at the free throw line, 73% there. St. Louis shot 55% in the first half, 21 of 38. A lot of layups. They were only 3 of 15 on their threes, 20%, and 4 of 5 from the free throw line, 80%. Rebounding was kind of a whitewash in that first half for the Dogs. 30-16, St. Louis dominating the boards over Georgia. They had 15 assists on their 21 baskets, 6 turnovers, 2 steals. They blocked 3 shots. Georgia only had 2 assists on 9 buckets, 3 turnovers, 4 steals, and the Dogs also blocked 3 shots, 2 by Justin Abson. Leading scorer for the Dogs, Jeremiah Wilkinson with 16. The only Bulldog in double figures. The next leading scorer is Jordan Ross with 5. We had a handful of players that did not scratch. Kareem Stagg, 0 points. Cannon Catching, 0 points. Samto Surreal, 0 points. Dylan James, 0 points. Get the idea. The leading scorer for St. Louis was Deion Brown with 10. Kellen Thames added 9 off the bench. Robbie Avila has 8 points and 4 rebounds. And points in the paint, Chuck, you pointed that one out to me at the half, 36-12. That was an area that we kind of expected Georgia to control. Well, it's been the exact opposite. St. Louis with all their layups. Points in the paint, 36-12. St. Louis controlling the paint area as well after 20 minutes.
Well, let's see what kind of attitude, what kind of heart what's inside the chest. I think we saw a little bit of it in Nashville against Ole Miss. The guys showed a lot of character, came out, and made a good run down the stretch after falling behind fairly deeply. 23 points, or may have been 24. I know it was 23 at the start of the second half against Ole Miss, and we came back and made a great run. And I fully expect Georgia to do that here. These guys are going to kick it in gear and start hitting some shots.
Big lead of the half that St. Louis had. Georgia did not have a lead in that first half, by the way. 19 points for St. Louis at 39-20. So if Georgia's to come from behind and win this ball game here in the second half, it would be their largest comeback of the season. Currently, the largest deficit overcome to win a game this year is 15 points at LSU. The largest blown lead that St. Louis had this season, they were up 15 and lost to Stanford by 1. So that's their largest lead that they have blown, and they lead by 17 right now at halftime.
Well, the one thing that I'm really counting on is the Dogs showing that heart. And once they get it rolling, we've seen, that they can score and score quickly and cut into leads. I fully expect to see the Dogs do that here in this second half and make a game out of this. But Jeremiah Wilkins has got to have some help. Somebody's got to help him, and
they got 20 minutes to do it.
Yeah, they got exactly
20 minutes. We got 20 minutes for one of these teams' season. 20 minutes to go in the year for either Georgia or St. Louis.
I know. I was going to tell you too. That was our third straight half that we've lost, and never had a lead in. I mean, not only.
That's not coming at a good time, is it?
Yeah. We never had a lead against Ole Miss in the first half or second half. And we haven't had a lead against them in the first half.
Well, let's turn that around here in the second half. Going to take a little bit of work, but we'll see if the Dogs are up to it. 49-32 is our score at intermission, and we're winding that down. We'll have the second half of this NCAA tournament game from KeyBank Center here in Buffalo, New York, right after this on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Okay, let's see. Spring brings...
flowers.
Nope.
Oh, allergies.
Nuh-uh.
Oh, deals on the entire Toyota lineup at the Ready, Set, Go event.
Bingo.
Get $1,500 in loyalty cash bonus on a new Toyota Tacoma or Tundra Hybrid. Offer valid through March 31st, 2026. Offer entitles current Toyota truck customers to $1,500 loyalty cash bonus on the retail purchase or lease of new Tacoma or Tundra Hybrid vehicle. Cash may be used only towards a down payment or capitalized cost reduction on the new vehicle. See dealer for details. Toyota, let's go places.
Enjoy more ways to save at Kroger, like low prices in every aisle. And when you download the Kroger app, you can clip and save more with digital coupons every week. Plus, you can earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. At Kroger, you can enjoy more ways to save and more rewards every time you shop. So it's always easy to save big every day with savings and rewards. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Savings may vary by state. Fuel restrictions apply. See site for details.
This is the 2026 NCAA Tournament. You're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Zaxby's just put all the other chicken chains on notice because now they got dry rubs. You can get their famous fingers and wings in 3 signature flavors: zesty lemon pepper, savory garlic parm, and spicy Nashville hot, which means there's a little something for everyone chasing a bold hit of flavor. If you've been sleeping on Zaxby's, this new dry rub menu is about to wake you up. Zaxby's Dry Rubs. Try all 3 flavors before they're gone. Who's got the sauce? Zaxby's.
A small business affirmation from Progressive. Plumbers, today will be a good day. You will be profitable. Your clients will be nice. No one will stand over you and tell you how to fix the thing they actually hired you to fix. You will also feel at peace after switching to Progressive, America's #1 commercial auto insurer. See if you can save in as little as 8 minutes at progressivecommercial.com.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, #1 commercial auto insurer from the NAIC's 2024 National Premium Data.
St. Louis will have the ball to start the second half. They have a 17-point lead, 49-32, and here we go. Underway in the second half as Avila feeds it in to Trey Green, their 6-foot point guard. St. Louis in blue, royal blue. They work down to the left end of the floor from our vantage point here. Back at the foul line on the right end of the floor. Deion Brown with a baseline drive and a layup good right in front of the bucket. Brown now with 12 points for St. Louis. He's their leading scorer, and it's 51-32. Dogs' first touch of the second half. Catchings, step back two, long two from the right baseline, hits the rim, no good. He's 0 for 7 in this ball game. 51-32, Billinkens basketball. Avila with a left-hand dribble, threads the needle on a bounce pass, driving layup, left baseline. Brown, good again. 14 for Brown. 53-32, fourth straight for the Billinkens to start the second half. Catchings with the ball on the logo. They steal it from him. Brown, and he'll dunk it on the left end of the floor. 6 straight to start the half, and they're all belonging to Deion Brown. He's got 16. The 6'3 senior guard transfer from UMBC and then Boston College. Catchings to the rack. Sweeping layup. Won't go from the left side. Off the glass too hard. Rebound St. Louis. Green with the ball. Left wing. To Jones. Over the logo. Top of the key. Now pushes off Kane. Drives. Floater. Won't go. Offensive rebound. Put back good. Amari McCautry. That's 8 straight to start the half. It's 57-32. Dogs with Ross down the lane and up in the air. Ball goes off his knee and out of bounds under the basket. It'll be St. Louis basketball. And a timeout, Georgia. 18-20 to go in the game, and the second half is not starting any better than the first half for Georgia. 57-32 now. St. Louis has stretched it out with 8 straight points to start the half. We'll take a timeout. Back after this on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
Enjoy more ways to save at Kroger, like low prices in every aisle. And when you download the Kroger app, you can clip and save more with digital coupons every week. Plus, you can earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. At Kroger, you can enjoy more ways to save and more rewards every time you shop. So it's always easy to save big every day with savings and rewards. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Savings may vary by state. Fuel restrictions apply. See site for details.
You need all the energy you can get for game day. Luckily, at Georgia Power, we know a thing or two about saving energy. We understand that energy costs are an important part of your budget. That's why we're dedicated to providing tools and assistance that can help make a difference, so you can save your energy for the game. Visit GeorgiaPower.com/myenergy to learn more.
Days a year, just call us up, we'll be right there. Our service is guaranteed. At Shoemate, we take great care. Our experts are always there for you and your family's needs. When your family just can't wait, you can always count on Shoemate.
Bulldogs basketball brought to you in part by Kohl's. From jerseys to hats and more fan favorites, find everything you need to gear up for game day at Kohl's and Kohl's.com. Well, 8 straight points
Scott,
for St. Louis.
I was up at the concession stand. Anything happened while I was gone?
Just an 8-0 run to start the second half for St. Louis.
That was not pretty, and you knew Mike White was going to get that timeout, to see if he could gather the troops here and get something going. I mean, we don't look anything like the basketball team that we saw, 2 weeks ago. Just looks like everybody's out of sync. But here we come with, we're coming out there with Sompto and Jeremiah now in blue and Smurf and Justin Bailey, and let's see if we can't get something going.
Dogs are down 25 now. That's their largest deficit of the season. Texas led Georgia by 23 at one point, as did Ole Miss in the SEC tournament. But St. Louis, with that 8-0 run, goes up 25, 57-32. And they have the basketball. Deion Brown, who exploded for 6 straight to start the second half, will inbound the basketball.
Dogs now with a press. Maybe this will get us going, get a little defensive pressure.
They feed it into McCottry. Avila at half court takes a pass there and walks it slowly into the front side. Jones with the ball on the logo, guarded by Smurf, who swipes at the basketball. They give it to Avila. Sompto's out on him at the three-point line. And Avila throws it away. A bounce pass picked off by Blue Cane. Dogs with a takeaway into the front court on the right end of the floor here in Buffalo. Bailey to Smurf. 5 feet beyond the three-point line. Goes inside the arc to Sompto. He sets a screen for Wilkinson. Jeremiah dribbles into traffic. Throws it up short. There was a lot of contact there. Again, no whistle. And the shot is no good. St. Louis with the rebound. Jones finds an opening down the lane. Moves to his right to get away from Sompto, and he arches it up and in off the glass. Quentin Jones with his first basket of the game. That was a smart play by him not to go straight at Sompto. He moved a little bit to the right and made a little space and got the bucket. It's 59-32. Georgia has not scored here in the second half. It's a 10-0 run, and we turn it over. Green down the lane on the left end, and a layup between two defenders is good.
It was really a lazy pass. Sompto was just lollygagged it across the lane, and they just picked it off easily.
12 straight for St. Louis to start the second half. Smurf misses a little short popper from the right side. With one hand, it goes off the rim and out of bounds, touched out by St. Louis. It'll be the Dogs' ball. 61-32. As St. Louis has the hammer and nails out early in the second half. If the Dogs don't wake up soon.
Yeah, Sompto just got pulled from the game.
Jake Wilkins in the ball game.
Dylan James.
Yeah. Smurf, Wilkinson, and Ross. Smurf's got the ball, left wing, through traffic, across the lane. A reach-in foul going to be whistled on the guys in blue. They get Jones, I think, for the call. Quentin Jones, 6'5", junior guard from Chicago. Number 1 on Jones. Georgia will inbound, 20 on the shot clock. Smurf throwing it in all alone to Wilkinson in the right corner. On the near side, fakes left, drives right on the baseline. Jump pass to Ross on the wing. Through the paint, kick it to Wilkins for a 3. Jake misfires, no good. Offensive rebound, James. They rip it out of his hands, and it goes out of bounds on the right baseline. Out on St. Louis, it'll be Dogs' ball. 19 on the shot clock, 16:31 remaining. Georgia still trying to score its first points of the second half. St. Louis has just slugged us right in the gut with a 12-0 run to start the half. Wilkins through traffic. The freshman loses the handle, turns it over. St. Louis basketball. Green has it on the left end of the floor. Backs up towards half court. Wilkins guarding. Green, the 6-foot guard, skips it to Avila at 6'10". James on him. Over to Jones on the baseline. Smurfs matched up there. They slash a man into the paint. That's McCottry. Takes a bullet pass and lays it up from the left side. That's 14 straight points. Ross for 3 on the other end. No good. Off the iron. Rebound. Ripped down by St. Louis. McCottry. Left-hand dribble down the lane line. Pass into the corner. Intercepted by Ross. We go the other way. Georgia left to right. They run an alley-oop lob to Wilkins. Too high on the lob. Off the backboard. Rebound St. Louis. They get it to McCottry on the left end, and he lays it up underhanded. 16-0 run in the first 4 minutes and 25 seconds of the second half. 65-32. St. Louis putting this one away. They want a match with Michigan Saturday, and they're going to get it. McCottry intercepts Wilkinson's pass. That's no good. The lay-in around the rim and off, and the follow is good by Quentin Jones, who dunks it and rips the rim. And the fans here in the KeyBank Center on their feet for St. Louis. This is unbelievable. 18-0 run for the Billikens. And mercifully a timeout. (67-32). Dogs have not scored in the second half. 18 straight points for the Billikens. And we got a time. 15:07 to go in the season for the Dogs. We'll be back after this on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
Enjoy more ways to save at Kroger, like low prices in every aisle. And when you download the Kroger app, you can clip and save more with digital coupons every week. Plus, you can earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. At Kroger, you can enjoy more ways to save and more rewards every time you shop. So it's always easy to save big every day with savings and rewards. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Savings may vary by state. Fuel restrictions apply. See site for details.
The Dogs are heard right here. This is the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Here's a club you'll want to get into, Club Citgo. It's the super easy app that opens the door to great fuel savings and more. Sign up and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up, plus everyday savings that really add up. You can also enter our sweepstakes with multiple winners and giveaways, like free gas for a year. And Club Citgo makes paying easy with a convenient mobile pay feature. So welcome to the club where all the action is. Download Club Citgo today. Savings good up to 30 gallons, only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
There's team pride, and then there's extra Bulldog pride. When I'm carrying the Georgia Bulldogs Regions Visa debit card or prepaid Regions Now card, that's exactly what I get. Whether I'm grabbing some extra Georgia gear or picking up an extra dozen wings for the game, this card always brings it. Sometimes I get an extra Go Dogs from the cashier too. Visit Regions.com/Go Dogs to get yours.
Extra changes everything. And at Regions, Extra is our ordinary. Official bank of the SEC. Member FDIC.
Scana Energy is a proud partner of Georgia Athletics. For every three-pointer scored by the Bulldogs, Scana Energy will make a $25 donation to the University of Georgia General Scholarship Fund. Scana Energy says, go Dogs. Not the night for the Scana Energy three-pointer for Georgia, just 3 of 21. St. Louis not really relying on the three ball tonight like we expected. They're 3 for 15, but they have just worn us out on the inside and on the glass so much they haven't really needed the three tonight. They lead it 67-32. They've scored all 18 points in the second half. Georgia has a goose egg on the board right now here in the second half. We've played almost 5 minutes. Georgia has the ball. Smurf Millender will inbound it next to our bench, across the way, throws it into Bailey, who gives it back to Smurf, dribbles on the logo, front edge of the center circle. Into the corner, Bailey. Here comes a three along the baseline. It's good. Scana Energy three for Justin Bailey. There's our first basket of the half. Bailey with his first field goal of the game. He's got 4 points tonight. 67-35.
Dogs showed a little pressure then after the three. Billinkens beat it up the floor, but now having trouble. Georgia steals.
Yeah, Green dribbled into a double team, and Bailey stole it from him. Smurf for three, left in. That's good. He rips another one. Scana Energy three by Smurf. Back-to-back three-point baskets by the Dogs. 67-38. Smurf with his first three-pointer of the game. St. Louis basketball, 14-15 to play. From the elbow, Jones down the lane line to Avila. Baseline spin move against Abson. Missed the lay-in off the rim. Justin rebounds for the Dogs. Gives it to Smurf. Millender hesitates. Fakes and gives it to Blue Kane. Reverse lay-in on the drive. Good by Blue. The Dogs have made 3 straight buckets. 67-40 St. Louis. 13:49 on the clock as it moves here in Buffalo. Amari McCautry dribbles away from Smurf Millender on the logo, middle of the floor. Skips it to Avila, almost threw it away. Avila takes it, puts it on the floor, drives on Abson and gets contact and a foul. Foul on Justin Abson, 2 shots coming for Robbie Avila at 6'10", 240. Senior transfer from Indiana State. He's in his second year with St. Louis. He followed the head coach, Josh Schertz, over from Indiana State when he took the Billinkens job. Avila made a change as well. Free throw, up and in, good.
Avila's got a smooth-looking shot. It's the same shot at the free throw line that he uses behind the arc. Just very there's not a lot of effort into it.
You think he plays at the next level?
That's going to be tough to say. I don't think so. I mean, I think he
somewhere, but not NBA.
Yeah, not in the NBA. I don't think so.
Second free throw is no good off the back of the rim. Dogs rebound. 68-40, St. Louis in front. The Billinkens have handed the Dogs their largest deficit of the game.
Smart.
Yeah, off one leg, he floats it in and kisses it off the square. Short little running bank shot for Smurf Millender. 68-42. St. Louis with the basketball and 13:05 to play. Thames dribbles in front of their bench. They rotate left corner now. Jones for three, good. Stagg a little late getting over on him, and Quentin Jones hits the three, his first of the game. 71-42. Dogs with a quick answer. Was that a three in the corner?
That was a three in the corner.
By Bailey. 71-44. Bailey's got a couple of threes here in the half. Dunlap open. He hits a three, right corner for St. Louis. Both teams did not do well on the three ball in the first half, but they can't be stopped here in the second. Smurf with a deep NBA range, straight on three for the Dogs. He's got 8 back-to-back threes for Smurf. 74-47. Thames down the line. Abson just kind of backs out of the way. Missed the layup. Rebound Georgia. Smurf down the lane the other direction. Runs into traffic. Shot is blocked on a layup. Touched out of bounds by St. Louis. Avila wants them to review it, but I don't know if they're going to. They're looking at the video back on the St. Louis bench. Do they want to challenge the call? I don't think so. They're not going to. It'll be the Dogs' ball. 12:06 to play. Billinkens 74, Bulldogs 47. Smurf ready to throw it in, left of the basket to Bailey, out of the corner, into the paint. Drops it down to Smurf on the right block. He dribbles it away from trouble. Out along the three-point line now. Dribbles through the legs. He'll put up a three. That's no good. That was a 2. Foot may have been on the line or just inside, but he missed it either way. St. Louis with the rebound. Otieno on the other end tries to lay it in after a pass from Kellen Thames, and the lay-in won't go, and there was a foul on the Dogs, and that'll get us into a timeout, the under-12 timeout. Stops the clock. 11:44 to go in the contest here in Buffalo, New York. It's St. Louis 74, Georgia 47. We're back after this with more of the NCAA tournament on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Big games and big bills have one thing in common. They don't happen alone. We're the United Association of Plumbers, Pipe Fitters, and HVACR Technicians Local 72, and we're training the next generation of mechanical pros in Athens, Atlanta, and across the state of Georgia. The pipeline to your future starts here. Visit ua72.org.
In 1977, Ford F-Series became the best-selling trucks in America. 33 million trucks later, we've kept that title every year since. And that's a formula we plan on repeating. Ford F-Series, built Ford tough. The best-selling trucks in America for 49 years and counting. Based on 1977 to 2025 calendar year industry reported total sales.
Did you know that Creature Comforts is the official craft beer of the Dogs? Tropicalia and Classic City Lager you already know and love. But be sure to grab a Classic City Light this season, clocking in at just 95 calories and 3.5 carbs. Low calorie but big flavor. Want to enjoy the creature comforts of life, dog fans? Then we'll see you at Stegman Coliseum this season or anywhere good cold beer is served. 2 great institutions, 1 town, 1 team. Go Dogs! Sip 'em. 21 and over, champions drink responsibly.
$11:44 to go here in this final NCAA tournament game here in Buffalo, one of the final ones of the day. We were the second to last start of the day, and Gonzaga and Kennesaw State was the final tip-off of this first day of the NCAA tournament. So it's going to be a late finish for the Dogs and the Billikens. And right now the Dogs trying to dig out of a big old giant hole that they dug for themselves. 74-47, we trail. Have not had a lead. St. Louis scored the first 18 points of the second half. They doubled their halftime lead in the first 5 minutes of the second half.
And made it look easy.
Oh, yeah.
We helped them a lot. We didn't kick it into gear. When we did kick it into gear, we got some points shaved off pretty quickly.
Haven't been able to stop their running game at all tonight. They're shooting 60%. Georgia at only 31%. Billikens at the free throw line with Paul Otieno, 6'9", transfer from Quinnipiac, a sixth-year player. He's from Kenya, and his first free throw is good. And the second foul shot also good. Bailey committed that foul just prior to the timeout. That was his second of the game. Dogs ball inside, gets loose on the floor. Kicked ball is the call by St. Louis. So Georgia will inbound the ball. Shot clock reset to 20. Smurf throws it into Abson. Gives it back to Smurf. He looks at the three on the far side of the floor. Doesn't take it. Dribbles against Jones along the baseline. And they call Jones for a hip check foul as he forced Smurf along the baseline.
Scott, that's one of those calls that sometimes they make it and sometimes they don't.
So Millender will throw it in again to Abson. Far side of the floor. He hands it off to Ross. Ross skips it to Smurf. Head fake on the three. Up the wing to Bailey. Baseball pass goes to Stagg. He dribbles down the lane. Tries to lay it up. The ball never got near the rim. It's taken out of the air by Otieno. St. Louis with a takeaway. They block Stagg's shot, and then Stagg pushes Dunlap on the left end of the floor, falling out of bounds, and a foul on Kareem.
I think that was frustration. They blocked his shot on the offensive end. I think down the defensive end, Kareem just got a little frustrated and pushed him. That's freshman error. That he'll learn better than that.
76-47, St. Louis in front. 11:09 to go in the season. 11:08 actually on the clock now. Dunlap to throw it in. Baseball pass into the backcourt. Fielded up around his shoulders by Jones. Quentin Jones, 6'5", dribbles on the logo. Around a screen from Otieno all the way to the rack and just shows off with a one-handed jam. He brought the hammer that time. Then he looked at his bench, and the bench exploded. 78-47. Dogs have the ball. Staggs in trouble. Nowhere to go with it. Kick it out to Jeremiah Wilkinson for a three, and he hits it in the right corner. Wilkinson, his first points of the second half. He's got 19 in the game. 78-50. Billikens ball over the logo. Jones going to get a screen from Otieno. He rolls. He feeds him. Alley-oop. He missed the dunk. We fouled him on the dunk with Wilkinson, and that prevented the slam. Sompto hasn't been in the game for a while, so they're attacking the basket. We do have Abson on the floor, but Otieno was left in a defensive switch. He was matched up with Wilkinson.
But Jeremiah, the one thing I will say, Jeremiah's got the highest vertical on our team. I believe it's 44 inches.
Well, he showed it that time by getting up and blocking the dunk, or fouling on the dunk anyway. Abson and Stagg check out of the ball game as the Dogs substitute. Catchings and who is that? Dylan James came in. Yeah. Down on the blocks, but the free throw by Otieno is good. Made them both. 10:22 to go. It's 80-50. It's a 30-point St. Louis lead. Atlantic 10 getting the best of the SEC tonight. They lead the Dogs by 30. Ross beyond the three on the right wing. Crossover and attacks. Spins it off the glass as he falls to the floor. It's good. Jordan Ross still playing hard. 80-52. Now we double and trap at a half court. And a little wraparound pass to Avila to get it over the timeline. McCautry finds Deion Brown cutting through the lane under the basket. He dribbles it out a step or two. Feeds Dunlap high on the left wing. He immediately forces it into the lane, and he's fouled there by one of the Bulldogs.
I think Cannon pretty shortly is going to figure out when Dunlap gets the ball, he's going to go to his left. And that's the way he's going. That's the way he goes every time.
Foul was on Catchings, his second, and Dunlap to throw it in. Zips it opposite corner. Here comes a three. It's good. Ishan Sharma threw it in from the left baseline into the right corner, and they rip a three. 83-52. Dogs ball in the front court. Boy, Smurf thought about shooting one from the circle in center court. Steps in a little bit closer, misses the three straight on. Rebound St. Louis. Deion Brown to Sharma in the left corner this time. He missed the three. They went over the top of Smurf to get the rebound, handed that to Avila, and he drains a deep one on the right slot. St. Louis rocking and rolling. 86-52. Smurf works down in the paint, tries to lob it to Dylan James, and there was some miscommunication there. Went off Dylan's hand. He cut the wrong way when Smurf was trying to lob it to him on the block.
Yeah, it was a little behind him. Dylan had to reach back, just tipped the ball out of bounds.
It's going to be St. Louis basketball as the Dogs turn it over on the miscomm, trying to run the play. 86-52, all St. Louis tonight. Georgia has not had a lead. And we have faced our largest deficits of the season. Dunlap with a basketball and then throws it away. It's bouncing loose in backcourt. Dogs chase it down. Wilkinson feeds it to James, who softly dunks it down through the cylinder.
A good hustle by Jeremiah.
Avila was back there, but Georgia had two players. Wilkinson did hustle and save the ball from going out of bounds on the baseline. Dogs get 2 points out of it. Dunlap rips a three in the right corner. He was open for a quality look from the right corner in front of the Billinkens bench. 89-54. Dogs for three. Smurf from the right wing hits the back of the rim. No good. Rebound Brown for St. Louis. They give it to McCautry, and he'll just walk it over the timeline. Met at half court by Smurf. Now speeds up through the lane, drops it to Brown. Oh, they're killing us along those baseline drives. Another layup, Deion Brown. And the Dogs playing defense with their palms turned upward. As if, was I supposed to have that guy or not? Ross misses a spinner on the block. Falls off the rim. The whistle blows because there was a foul on the guys in blue. And that'll get us into a timeout. Ooh, 7:42 to go. It's all St. Louis here in the NCAA tournament as more folks head up the aisles and head to the exits. It's 91-54 here in Buffalo. Back in a moment on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
Enjoy more ways to save at Kroger, like low prices in every aisle. And when you download the Kroger app, you can clip and save more with digital coupons every week. Plus, you can earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. At Kroger, you can enjoy more ways to save and more rewards every time you shop. So it's always easy to save big every day with savings and rewards. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Savings may vary by state. Fuel restrictions apply. See site for details.
The Dogs are heard right here. This is the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
You need all the energy you can get for game day. Luckily, at Georgia Power, we know a thing or two about saving energy. We understand that energy costs are an important part of your budget. That's why we're dedicated to providing tools and assistance that can help make a difference, so you can save your energy for the game. Visit GeorgiaPower.com/myenergy to learn more.
Game days start with Community Coffee, proud coffee partner of the Georgia Bulldogs. Community's story began over 105 years ago from a simple belief that great coffee has the power to bring people together. After 5 generations, their family's still roasting smooth, rich coffee that builds community one cup at a time. Community Coffee, community in every cup since 1919. Discover more at communitycoffee.com.
.37 lead for St. Louis, largest of the game, largest deficit of the season for Georgia by a wide margin. St. Louis has just blown this game wide open. They scored the first 18 points of the second half before Georgia could even blink an eye, and doubled their halftime lead from 17 to 35. And now they lead at 91-54. There's still 7:42 remaining. So St. Louis, 10th in the nation in points per game, averaging 87.2. That was first in the Atlantic 10 this season. They got a chance to blow that out of the water and score the most points on Georgia that the Dogs have allowed all season. We shall see. 7:42 remaining. Dogs at the foul line with Jordan Ross. And the 6'3" junior guard at the line for the third time tonight. Left-handed shooter, free throw off the front of the rim and away to the right, no good. Ross with 7 points tonight. We've got 2 guys in double figures. Wilkinson with 19, but only 3 in the second half. Ross misses both foul shots. Catchings gets the rebound against the double team. Tries to go back up. Avila blocks his shot. Catchings picks up the loose ball, and then they steal it from Cannon. Catchings with good effort there, but the Billikens ended up stealing it anyway. 91-54, they're in front. McCautry high on the right wing. Looking down inside in the interior. Skips it to Brown, threw it away. Bailey comes up with a steal. Skips it up ahead to Wilkinson, who fires a 3, buries it good. Jeremiah with his third 3 of the half.
I'll tell you what, if it hadn't been for Jeremiah, I don't know where we'd be tonight. He's the only guy that's really had any consistent shot all night long.
Correction, that's his second 3 of the half. It's 5th of the game. Sweeping layup by St. Louis won't go. McCautry left it short. Dogs rebound. Hustled it into the front court, left to right. Wilkinson with a jab step and a 3 coming. No good. Rebound, James for the Dogs. Offensive board for Georgia. Here's Catchings for 3, left corner. Cannon can't buy a basket tonight. That one rattled out. It looked good. He got a good look from the left corner in front of our bench. It still wouldn't drop. He's 0 for 10 tonight. And 0 for 5 on his 3-point shots. 91-57, St. Louis. Brown along the baseline. Feeds it inside to Sharma, who lays it up and in from the left side of the rim. 93-57. Dogs, 2 passes, get it into the front court. Catchings works on the left side of the lane. Spin move, one-hander, won't go. Rebound St. Louis. They throw it into the front court quickly. Green underhands it into the corner. Now they play a little keep away. Get it to McCautry near the half-court line. Dribbles right on the logo, now away from the logo. Through the lane, fakes the pass to Avila, gets it into the corner. They give it to Sharma, who drives down the lane and all the way to the rim, puts it up from short range, and it floats in there good.
When they get the outside stuff going, it makes it so much easier for them to penetrate because there's nobody in our, in the paint to stop them for us. They can drive the paint.
Ross had it knocked out of his hands as he drove down on the left block. St. Louis touched it last, and it'll be a Dogs ball. 19 on the shot clock.
It's like when the sink pipe is leaking in 2 different places. I
got to put a finger over here. Stop it there,
right, and then it pops out over here.
Yeah, the dam's bursting all over. Well, they're headed to 100 tonight. 95-57. Well, the out of bounds. Wilkinson filling the lane, and
I think they held Jeremiah.
They did, as Smurf was trying to push it into him, filling the lane, and they're called for a foul right as Smurf was inbounding the basketball. So he'll move to the left side of the baseline and throw it in there to Kane. Open 3, left corner, front of the rim, no good. Rebound taken by Jones in St. Louis. 95-57. St. Louis with the ball, and they're still looking for more points. They're just in go mode for 40 minutes, aren't they? They don't let up. Oh, Avila with a nice thread the needle. And Sharma just got kicked in the back of the head, I think, by Blue Kane, who went up in the air, bought the pump fake. Kane got so high in the air, and it caught the back of the head of Ishan Sharma, who was pump faking. That might teach him not to do that again with Blue Kane coming in hard. Are they going to look at it?
Well, it certainly wasn't intentional.
No, not at all. Blue just got up in the air. He bought the pump fake and was coming in from behind to block the shot. He just happened to catch Sharma.
Yeah, he's okay.
With a leg or a foot or something.
Yeah, he's Sharma's okay. That's good.
Hey, officials now will. That's our first video review. Quite a bit different from conference play, isn't it? Tim Clockerty, Owen Short, and Kevin Brill going to the monitor. 95-57. Clock is stopped at 5:11.
2 shots for Blue.
So Blue's going to get 2 shots?
Excuse me, baseline.
No.
I'm teasing.
Yeah.
That's what he said.
Yeah, he did. But I think
he's on a first-name basis with our guard. Yeah, looking at the replay, Blue got up in the air on the pump fake, and his left foot hit him in the his knee hit him in the head
as he went over him.
Ouch!
That's
Blue getting up in the air too.
That is, yeah.
He was about 3.5 feet in the air.
Blue is one of the 3 guys on the team that has better than a 40-inch vertical.
He showed it right there. But we play on. It's just a common foul. Avila throws it into Thames right under the basket on the out-of-bounds play and an easy layup. Dogs push it in. Wilkinson takes it coast to coast and all the way down the lane for a layup for Georgia. 97-59. St. Louis attacks on the left end of the floor now. Avila with a handoff to Trey Green, their guard. He'll try a 3. He hasn't shot in a while. That's no good. And a whistle on the rebound.
It's on them.
It may have gotten Sharma. I'm not sure. I couldn't see the number of the official towards the scorer's table across the way. The foul is on St. Louis, and it was on Sharma.
And they've taken Kareem Abdul-Jabbar out of the game.
Larry Blurred.
97-59.
Georgia trails as we have all night. Blue for 3 off a curl. No good. Kareem Stagg, offensive rebound. Tried to put it back. They foul him as he tried to dunk it. And 2 shots coming for the freshman from Chesapeake, Virginia, Kareem. Stagg looking for his first points of the game. Started for the 9th straight time tonight. And the free throw rattles off the rim, hits the backboard, bounces away, no good. Right-handed shooter, Kareem Stagg at 6'8", 230. Puts it in the air and rips it good. He hit 1 out of 2, gets his first point of the game in the NCAA tournament. 97-60. Dogs down by a bunch. St. Louis basketball, 4:22 to go in the game. Thames into the lane, kick out, Sharma ahead of the key. And he gets a little toilet swisher on the rim and went around and around and came through good. Hit the 3-pointer at the head of the key.
And that's triple digits.
Oh, Dogs with a nice little alley-oop lob from Smurf to Dylan James, who finishes with a 2-handed dunk. St. Louis quickly into the front court. They don't even flinch when the other team scores. 100-62 is our score. Green tries to get by Stagg, can't do it. They get it out on the perimeter to Sharma. Drives to the foul line, lobs it down on the baseline, left block to Thames, puts it on the floor, dribbles into the paint, away from the basket, spins and tries a one-hander that's no good. Rebound by the Bulldogs. Wilkinson has it. He'll shoot a 3 straight on. That's good. He buried it. NBA range, straight ahead 3 for Jeremiah Wilkinson. And he's got 27 points tonight. $100-65. It's a 35-point lead for St. Louis. Dogs haven't made a dent here in the second half. 3 rattles out for the guys in blue. The Dogs rebound it with blue. Kane, Feeds it to his right to Smurf. Into the front court, a drive after he curls under the basket and lays it up for two. They'll count the bucket, and he got fouled by Sharma.
I got to tell you, the guys are playing hard still. I mean, they're getting up and down the floor, attacking the basket, trying to compete for rebounds.
Well, why not? It's the end of the season, right?
Yeah.
100-67 is our score. We got a time, but first we're going to pause. Station identification on the Bulldogs Sports Network. St. Louis, just less than 3 minutes from advancing to the second round against Michigan on Saturday. It's 100-67. They lead the Dogs. We'll take a time back for more of the NCAA tournament after this on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
There's team pride, and then there's extra Bulldog pride. When I'm carrying the Georgia Bulldogs Regions Visa debit card or prepaid Regions Now card, that's exactly what I get. Whether I'm grabbing some extra Georgia gear or picking up an extra dozen wings for the game, this card always brings it. Sometimes I get an extra Go Dogs from the cashier too. Visit Regions.com/Go Dogs to get yours.
Extra changes everything. And at Regions, Extra is our ordinary. Official bank of the SEC. Member FDIC.
100 grand is what you could win over and over again. You could win big every time. Go play Keno. You take 10 numbers, then Keno picks 20. The more you match, the more you win. Money win one time, two times, there's no limits. Up to 100 grand every 3.5 minutes.
You like winning over and over again? It could happen with Keno. Go play in the bar, at the store, or online.
Go play Keno.
Win up to $100,000 every 3.5 minutes. Play Keno from the Georgia Lottery. Play responsibly.
At Piedmont, quality care changes lives. Meet Brad, a healthy former Marine who unexpectedly suffered 5 heart attacks and then heart failure. He credits Piedmont with saving his life.
The teamwork it took to provide me a path forward through a surprise heart failure and almost 5 months of intensive care in 3 different Piedmont hospitals is difficult for me to even imagine, but you guys nailed it. How do you thank someone for the gift of life?
Hear more at Piedmont.org/quality care. Piedmont, real change lives here.
Put an extra Go Dogs in your wallet with the Georgia Bulldogs Regions Visa debit card or prepaid Regions Now card. Order at Regions.com/Go Dogs. Regions, official bank of the SEC.
And Scott, this may not have worked out for us tonight here at this opening round game against St. Louis in the NCAA tournament, but our women are playing in Iowa, I believe. They play Saturday. Let's hope that they have a good run. And our baseball team headed out to College Station, taking on Texas A&M in a big series this weekend. So we'll turn our attention there with our season coming to a close here tonight.
Yeah, best of luck to all of the remaining Georgia sports teams the rest of the way. Women's track coming off an indoor NCAA championship once again.
Yeah,
congratulations to them. Smurf hit free throws on the right end. St. Louis turns it over on the left end. It'll be Georgia ball with 2:47 to go. Millender now with 13 points as he converted the three-point play. 100-68. Smurf with an alley-oop to Dylan James, and Jax Kerr at 6'11", a freshman from Muskogee, Oklahoma, got in the air to block the shot, and he fouled Dylan in the act. So James will go to the line. Clock stops with 2:38 remaining. Dylan, free throw, up and in, good. His first point of the game. Second foul shot for Dylan James. That one rattles out, no good. And St. Louis has the rebound. They have the basketball. 2.5 minutes to go in the game. They turn it over. Stolen by Jake Wilkins to his left. Wilkinson for a three. Jeremiah's wouldn't roll in. Bounced off the rim and then rattled around and then kicked out.
That was the perfect story of how our evening has gone. That ball was on the front of the rim, but then down in there and then kicked back out.
And then there was a loose ball foul by St. Louis in the battle for the rebound. That's going to send Jake Wilkins to the free throw line for the Bulldogs. Fouls on Cam Hudson, a 6'5 freshman. So St. Louis kind of emptying their bench here with 2:24 to go. Free throw number 1 by Wilkins is good. Jake with 3 points in the game. 6'9 freshman from Lilburn, Georgia, hits them both. 100-71. St. Louis tied for the most points against Georgia this season. Dogs beat Auburn 104-100 in overtime, and that's been the highest total allowed by the Dogs this year to this point. 2:10 to go in the game here in the NCAA tournament in Buffalo, New York. Trey Green to Dunlap for a 3. Didn't get enough leg into it, left it short. Rebound Dylan James. Up ahead to Wilkins. Back to Smurf. Top of the key. Over to Wilkinson for a 3. Good. He ripped it. Jeremiah's got 30 tonight. Another 3-pointer for Jeremiah Wilkinson.
And wisely,
7th of the game. That's a personal best.
Yeah, wisely. Smurf had an open shot, but he realized Jeremiah had one too, and he's been the guy with a hot hand.
Cam Hudson's 3 is no good. Georgia open on the other end. Smurf misses a 3 from the right slot. Hit the front of the rim. Rebound taken by Jax Kerr, the 6'11 freshman for St. Louis. 1:22 to go. It's 100-74.
St. Louis calls timeout.
And they want to get some more substitutes in the game. Jaden Schertz, son of the head coach, will check in. 5'11 junior guard. He was at Indiana State with his dad and then made the move over to St. Louis, of course. And who else came into the game? Isaac Holmes, a 6'4 junior, also an Indiana State transfer from Apex, North Carolina. He will throw it in to Jax Kerr. Kerr with the ball, feeds Green. Green the guard. Oh, found an opening in a lane right down the lane on an angle. And an easy layup for Trey Green. And that's 102 points. That's the most allowed by the Dogs this season. Another 3 by Jeremiah Wilkinson won't go. Wilkins with an impressive one-handed rebound. Just stole it, turns around and fires a 3 on the right wing. It's off the rim, almost climbed over the top of the backboard. Comes down to St. Louis as they rebound it. And less than a minute to go. 102-74 Billinkens. They've got the basketball. Green, bullet bounce pass down on the baseline to Isaac Holmes. Tries a 3. It's blocked on the wing by Wilkins and then a foul.
Blocked in the air. That was beautiful. Nice defense by Jake Wilkins.
I think that block shot deflected off the face of Isaac Holmes on the block by Jake Wilkins.
And then they fouled him, so Jake's going to the line here for a couple.
Holmes might need somebody else's uniform. It looks like he's might need a different size. Somebody got mixed up in the locker room, I think.
What's that? Who's?
Yeah, exactly. Wilkins with some free throws for the Bulldogs. It's 102-75. St. Louis basketball, 26 seconds to go. 4 seconds difference on the shot clock and the game clock as the Dogs season winds to an end. Unfortunately, not a good showing by Georgia tonight here in the NCAA tournament. 3 ball by Hudson is off the rim and swatted out of bounds into the left corner, deep in the left corner on the near side. Georgia will have one final possession here, I would imagine. 12.4 seconds to go. Stagg gives it into Smurf. Into the front court. Dogs are looking to shoot again. Here comes a deep one from Smurf. Off the rim and a follow and a dunk by Stagg. There's his first field goal of the game. And that's going to do it for the NCAA tournament and the 2026 season for Georgia. Game is over. St. Louis advances with a 102-77 victory.
Well, you look back, it's not tough to tell when you look down the scoring column